Chapter 317. He asked the farmer how he and Baiya's child came to be. The farmer said that more than 6 years ago, a man gave him the child and let him raise it. He gave him 3,000 yuan a month. Then, the man asked him to send the child to a man named Gu Lingqing. He didn't know anything else. He asked the farmer if he could describe the man's appearance. The farmer shook his head and didn't say anything. He didn't know if the farmer didn't know the man's appearance or if he really didn't know. He checked the farmer's background and the people in the farmer's village. There was no problem. The farmer was an honest farmer who lived in a remote mountain village. The others didn't know where the child came from, and they had never seen the man that the farmer mentioned. He wondered if the reason why he returned the child at this time was because he didn't want to see the farmer give up on himself. The child must have been taken away by someone on his side. He went to visit the chief that he had met when he was on a mission. General Kai Qingyun. Unfortunately, General Kai Qingyun had already passed away 3 months ago when he arrived. Everything seemed to be a mystery. He couldn't find the exit, nor could he find any clues. He named the child Gu Yan to continue their relationship, to continue all the unfinished love. He also temporarily left the military and inherited the family business. If he found Baiya, he would bring Baiya to travel around the world and live a peaceful life. Unfortunately, another year passed, and he still couldn't find Baiya. Zhou Hailan was diagnosed with diabetes, and Gu Lingqing took the other child, Gu Ruoxin, to take care of him so that the 2 children wouldn't be lonely. It was the first day of school, and Gu Ruoxin and Gu Yan were about to enter the 1st grade. The school let the 1st graders go to school a day earlier to get to know each other. They also organized a parents' meeting, and all the parents gathered in the hall. Gu Lingqing saw Su Jiran. Su Jiran also saw Gu Lingqing. They looked at each other, and Gu Lingqing turned his face away, ignoring him, and walked to the back. Su Jiran stood in front of him and questioned, "Why did you leave the military? Why didn't you deal with me? My research on the antidote has failed. Baiya is dead for sure." Gu Lingqing looked at Su Jiran coldly. "For people like you, if Xiaoya is still alive, you should watch me and Xiaoya live happily together. If Xiaoya is dead, I can't let her die. You are not qualified to die with her." Su Jiran lowered his eyes. "She's already dead. If she wasn't dead, the people who captured her would have come to threaten you or me, but they didn't. She will always live in my heart. Get out of my way," Gu Lingqing said in a deep voice. Su Jiran looked up at him. "Xiaoya is really dead. I poisoned her with my own hands. The research on the antidote failed, and no one can save her. That day on the ship, I wanted to have sex with her. She jumped off the ship into the sea. When I fished her out of the water, she was already dead. In the end, it's me, it's all me, it's me, it's me, it's me, it's me, it's her death. Gu Lingqing, look for me to avenge her. Why are you leaving me hanging like this?" Gu Lingqing ignored him. He pushed him away, walked past him, and sat on the last seat. Su Jiran followed behind him and sat down next to him. His eyes were filled with despondency, pessimism, and self-blame. He thought that by threatening his life, he could keep Xiaoya by his side. He still didn't ask for her love. He just wanted her to stay with him. In the end, Baiya didn't even let him know where she died. Compared to never seeing her again, he should have let go. He already knew that he was wrong. "Gu Lingqing, don't let me go. I'm the culprit who killed Baiya," Su Jiran said in a low voice. Gu Lingqing didn't say anything. He looked at the teacher who walked in. His thoughts drifted away. He remembered that Baiya told him many wishes. All of them were just to persuade him not to seek death. He knew it. He understood it. Now that he and her child had returned to him, he couldn't die. But, Xiaoye, where are you? Gu Lingqing, did you hear what I said? Su Jiran frowned and asked. What did you say? I don't want to hear it. I won't kill you, but it doesn't mean that I want to see you. Don't appear in front of me again, Gu Lingqing said coldly. If you don't take revenge on me, you'll regret it, Su Jiran warned. He was annoyed and left through the back door. The teacher glanced at Su Jiran, twitched the corner of his mouth and continued, it's very important for the first graders to form habits. Parents, please supervise your children's study habits and try to finish their homework before doing other things. In the past, when the children were in kindergarten, many families would take their children away after informing the teacher. When the parents went out for a trip, they would tell the teacher and take their children away. But when it came to the primary school, this kind of thing was not allowed. If you want to leave for half a day, you can tell me. If you want to leave for a day, I have to ask the principal. If you want to leave for 2 or more days, you must have a valid reason or a sick leave certificate from the hospital. In the future, leave your children to us. We will be responsible for you and your children. But parents are the best teachers for their children. I hope that parents will set an example for their children. Involuntarily, Gu Lingqing thought of Baiye again. If Baiye was still alive, she would definitely be a good mother. She would definitely teach her children well. Gu Lingqing's heart was tightly entangled by the poisonous vines. A wave of bitterness flowed out. Xiaoye was really cruel. She disappeared just like that. She didn't even leave him a single message. After the parent-teacher meeting, Gu Lingqing picked up the 2 children and went straight to his office. The assistant knocked on the door. President Gu, there are 10 tutors coming for an interview today. Call them to the meeting room, Gu Lingqing ordered. Yes. By the time Gu Lingqing arrived at the meeting 5 minutes later, the 10 interviewees had already arrived. He sat on the boss's chair. It was a habit he had developed over a long period of time in the military. Even in his own space, his back was ramrod straight. I need a tutor who can spend the night with the child. They will be full-time on Saturday and Sunday after school. If anyone feels that the time is not suitable, they can leave early. After he said that, 7 of the 10 interviewees left. Only 3 remained, 1 male and 2 females. Gu Lingqing glanced at their faces. Tell me about your advantages. I would like to know how much the tutors are paid, President Gu. The only male interviewee asked. Tell me about your advantages first. If you don't have any advantages, what's the point of telling you? Gu Lingqing said coldly. Chapter 318. Gu Lingqing nodded. He looked quite satisfied and looked at the girl in the middle. The girl in the middle smiled and said, I used to be a language teacher in primary schools. I've taught the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th grade classes. I'm more familiar with the current education program in primary schools. I'm sure I can teach your son well. Gu Lingqing nodded and looked at the last girl. At first glance, she was very beautiful. Her facial features were exquisite and flawless. Her skin was fair and smooth like a jade belt. In particular, her pair of big eyes were abnormally calm, like the vast ocean. She didn't have the impetuosity of the modern beautiful girls. The only thing that didn't fit the modern aesthetic was her figure. She was slightly plump and rather round. Hello, Mr. Gu. My name is Wu Nian. I'm 28 years old this year. I've been working in an orphanage in Sea City. I think your child doesn't lack education. They have education. Maybe they have more education than the average person. More likely, they are smarter than the average child. I can help them develop good habits. Secondly, I won't let them feel lonely spiritually. Gu Lingqing frowned slightly. Why won't you let them feel lonely spiritually? There's something to do. There's a goal that needs to be achieved. They'll work hard for the goal. They'll use hard work to replace longing and loneliness. This is a process of guidance, Wunyan explained. What if it's useless even if they work hard? Won't they feel even more lonely and desolate? Gu Lingqing asked. That's because they've set the wrong goal to work hard for. Only by changing their goal appropriately can they become more proactive in working hard. Then, they'll continuously improve their goal and won't feel lonely and desolate. Of course, when they're inflated, they'll also be suppressed appropriately. I hope Mr. Gu will give me a chance. Wunyan said sincerely. If you want to stay, the others can leave first, Gu Lingqing said in a deep voice, scrutinizing Wunyan. Wunyan lowered his eyes and was quiet. The others all left. Gu Lingqing asked, "What's your expected salary?" Wunyan looked at Gu Lingqing. The first month is 1,000 yuan, the second month is 2,000 yuan, and the third month is 3,000 yuan. In the future, each month is 1,000 yuan more than the previous month. The maximum is 100,000 yuan. Or, we'll discuss it again when it reaches 100,000 yuan. Of course, if Mr. Gu feels that I'm not doing well, you can fire me at any time. Me. You are very confident. When can you start to work? Gu Lingqing asked. Tomorrow is the weekend. Your child should be resting, right? I will come to work on Sunday. Is it convenient for you? Wunyan asked. Gu Lingqing nodded. It's good for you to get to know each other earlier. Come to my company at 8 a.m. on Sunday. My people will pick you up. You have 4 days off a month. You need to apply for it in advance. Wunyan nodded. Got it. Is Miss Wu married? Gu Lingqing asked suspiciously. No. At your age, you should have a boyfriend, right? Gu Lingqing furrowed his brows. I did in the past, but we broke up, Wunyan said simply. Got it. You can go now. Gu Lingqing said in a deep voice. He took out Wunyan's resume. Orphan, no parents, grew up in the Daoren orphanage in City C. After graduating from the normal university, he had been working at the Daoren orphanage. He called his assistant and ordered, "Call the Daoren orphanage and ask if there's a teacher called Wunyan. Ask him why Wunyan resigned." Yes. Wunyan walked out of Gu Lingqing's company. She looked back at the towering building and smiled. Gu Lingqing, we finally meet. She dialed Lu Shuang's number as she walked towards the road. How is it? Have you been hired? Lu Shuang asked anxiously. Yes, I've been hired. I'll go to work on Sunday, Wunyan said with a smile. Congratulations. If you need any help, just let me know, Lu Shuang said as he patted his chest. Wunyan's eyes were filled with sadness. You've helped me a lot. It's all my fault. What are you talking about? I was originally angry because he used me. But because of you, I feel like I've earned some back. It wasn't in vain that I was tortured by him. Lu Shuang had always been straightforward. Wunyan felt even more guilty. I'm sorry. If it wasn't for me, you could have gone far away. I'm sorry, Shuangniu. What far away? Our son is at his place. Let's not talk about this. Tomorrow is Saturday. Since you're out now, let's have dinner together tomorrow, Lu Shuang invited with a smile. Okay. I'll go to your place. I'll go to the nursing home first, Wunyan said softly. Be careful. Don't get found out, Lu Shuang said worriedly. I know. I'll hang up first. Wunyan hung up the phone and got into a taxi. She went to the nursing home and looked out of the window. The sunlight was just right. It shone in through the window and fell on her beautiful body. She was still alive. Half an hour later, Wen Yan paid the fare and got out of the car. She walked to the door. She had to register to see the patient. She wrote Bai Bing's name but not her own. Then she walked in. Bai Bing was still locked in the glass window. She sat on the chair, as if she was meditating. She didn't move at all. A nurse passed by. Wen Yan asked the nurse, "What's the situation with the lady inside?" The nurse glanced at Bai Bing and sighed. She was fine last year. She exercised, studied, smiled, and was positive and sunny. But one day, her ex-husband's wife came to visit her. She knew that her ex-husband had died in prison and her daughter had also died. That's when she started to become like this. That's when she became like this. She knew about Xing Bachuan's death. Lu Shuang had told her that he was assassinated. "Can I go in and see her?" Wen Yan asked. "You can, but you have to be careful. She might attack you," the nurse reminded her and opened the door with the key. Wen Yan walked to Bai Bing and sat down opposite her. Bai Bing's eyes trembled slightly. She looked at Wen Yan and took the initiative to speak. "Xiaoyu told me that as long as I become better and better, he would be enchanted by me the next time we meet. Now that Bachuan is dead, what's the use of me becoming better and better? A dead person still has a soul. Maybe he's looking at you in this room right now. Do you want him to see you become better and better, or do you want him to see you become more and more haggard?" Wen Yan said softly. "Does a dead person really have a soul? My husband is dead, and my daughter is also dead." Bai Bing held Wen Yan's hand emotionally. Chapter 319. Bai Bing looked at Wen Yan blankly. "Will they really be waiting for me in heaven?" "Yes. So, you have to make yourself better all the time. They are watching you from heaven," Wen Yan said with a smile. "Heaven." Bai Bing looked at the sky, her eyes empty and distant. Wen Yan's heart ached. She stood up and walked out of the door. She said to the nurse, "Can I have a look at Bai Bing's diet list?" "Yes, come with me." The nurse walked in front of her. Wen Yan got Bai Bing's diet list. It was light. She glanced at it and said, "It's well prepared." The nurse laughed. "Of course. Although the old lady lost her daughter, she has a very rich son-in-law. Mr. Gu would send someone over every month. Other than paying, he would also bring old Madame Bai out for a walk and buy some clothes. It's not bad that old Madame Bai has such a son-in-law. She is really lucky." Wen Yan lowered her eyes and understood. She said to the nurse, "Here's the thing. I was asked by my friend to come and see Mrs. Bai. If someone asks you, can you not mention that someone has come to see her?" Bai took out a red envelope from her bag and stuffed it into the nurse's hand. "I can't take this. But I'm very tight-lipped. I won't say what I shouldn't say. Don't worry." The nurse promised. "Thank you." Wen Yan left the sanatorium. She didn't take a taxi. She wandered on the road alone, walking and walking. Company A was an urbanized city. There had been great changes in the past 2 years. The housing prices had increased by 50% compared to 2 years ago. There were all kinds of luxury cars running on the road. She regretted not buying a house earlier. Now, she could only live in a hotel. After walking for more than an hour, the sky gradually darkened. The street lights came on. She was hungry. She saw a Hong Kong-style tea restaurant and walked in. There were many people inside. Since when did people in Company A like to eat these things? She chose a table and sat down. She scanned the QR code and the menu appeared on her phone. She ordered a portion of rice noodle roll, a portion of steamed dumplings, and a portion of soy milk. After ordering, she looked at the news on her phone. She remembered a joke she had seen in the past. It said that two people were comparing who was loneliest. One said that the loneliest thing was to eat alone, while the other said that the loneliest thing was to watch a movie alone. During the meal, they said that if you went to watch a movie and came back from the bathroom, your seat would still be yours. I eat, go to the bathroom and come back, the table is not mine. Wu Nian thought it was quite funny. Unfortunately, she had gone to the movies alone and had also gone to a restaurant to eat alone. Alone? A familiar voice rang out. Wu Nian raised his head in astonishment and looked at Gu Lingqing. He stood up in astonishment and called out respectfully, "Mr. Gu, why are you here? I live nearby." What if the employee hired by the boss is the boss's teacher? Gu Ruoxin paused. He thought for a while and said, "Boss, the one who pays is more respectable." Then, what if the boss doesn't have the technical support of the teacher? Will the company close down? Gu Ruoxin did not say anything. He was a little annoyed. What nonsense are you talking about? I'm talking about seniority. Why are you talking about it? Gu Lingqing looked at Wu Nian and did not say anything. He wanted to see how Wu Nian would handle it. Wu Nian smiled good-naturedly. The dishes are here. Let's eat first. I'll go wash my hands. Wu Nian stood up and walked to the washroom. When she was washing her hands, Gu Lingqing appeared beside her. I want to know how Mr. Wu will handle it. Gu Lingqing asked. Because the child is yours, I didn't say it in front of the child. I want to have a deeper conversation with you, Mr. Gu. Can you give me half an hour on Sunday? Wu Nian asked with a smile. Chapter 320. Wu Nian smiled. Of course, that's not a problem. Gu Lingqing furrowed his brows slightly. You're very confident. I can't think of anything else. Even if I beg you, will you let me stay? Also, I'm only offering a salary of 1,000 for the first month, 2,000 for the second month, and 3,000 for the third month. If you want to fire me, I won't feel that it's a pity. When I'm earning 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 per month, you will fire me. If you fire me, don't even think about the future. Wu Nian said word by word. Gu Lingqing was a little dazed. He said that he found her voice very familiar. It was so familiar that even after she left, he was still thinking about what she said. So much so that when he saw her here, he would take the initiative to greet her. Now that he thought about it, her voice was very similar to Bai Ye's. Can you sing? Gu Lingqing suddenly asked. Wu Nian was stunned. He changed the topic so quickly that she couldn't react for a moment. A little. Why? Let's go to KTV tonight. You can get to know the children. Gu Lingqing didn't ask if she was free. After saying that, he walked out directly. He was still as domineering and fierce as he used to be. She also wanted to interact with the children, so she didn't reject him and followed behind him. The two children sat together. Gu Lingqing sat first, and Wu Nian sat next to him. Auntie, what's your name? Gu Yan asked with his head tilted. His eyes were curved, and he seemed to be very interested in Wu Nian. Wu Nian, my name is Tian Wu. It means to think about, Wu Nian explained gently. Wu Nian, this name sounds a little sad, or maybe it's a feeling of heartache. My name is very good. Gu Yan, it means continuation. My mother is missing, and my father hopes to find my mother, so he gave me this name, Gu Yan said with a smile. Wu Nian's fingers trembled slightly. She held it with both hands and looked at Gu Lingqing. He was also looking at her. She felt guilty and blushed. Is Mr. Gu's wife missing? Gu Lingqing was sad. I didn't protect her well. She must be blaming me. That's why she's still not willing to come out after 2 years. Wu Nian chuckled. Gu Lingqing was surprised and looked at Wu Nian. What are you laughing at? In my opinion, Mr. Gu should be a wise, mature, and steady person. If a woman blames you because you didn't protect her well, I don't think Mr. Gu would love such a girl. If Mr. Gu insists that the girl you like is such a person, then you are not worthy of her love. Since you are not worthy of her love, why would she come back to you? Wu Nian analyzed. Gu Lingqing squinted his eyes and stared at Wu Nian. He didn't say a word and looked gloomy, as if a storm was coming. I think that what Xiao Nian said makes sense, Gu Yan said calmly. Wu Nian looked at Gu Yan in surprise. What did you call her? Gu Lingqing questioned Gu Yan. Gu Yan wasn't afraid. He smiled like a crescent moon. I think calling Xiao Nian is more intimate than calling her auntie. She's your senior. She's older than you by 20 years. Calling her Xiao Nian isn't intimate, it's rude. Call her auntie next time, Gu Lingqing ordered. Oh, I know, Dad. Hello, auntie, Gu Yan said sweetly. This voice went straight to Wu Nian's heart. It was soft and there was an inexplicable bitterness in his eyes. Hello, Xiao Yan. Let's eat, Gu Lingqing said in a low voice. His mood was even lower. He knew that Baiya wouldn't blame him. But if she didn't blame him, why hadn't she heard from him for so long? Was she already? He didn't dare to think about it. He would rather convince himself that Baiya blamed him for not protecting her. His heart was in pain. He lost his appetite and put down his chopsticks. I'm sorry, I need to go out for a while. Gu Lingqing left the table and walked out. It's all your fault. Why did you mention your mother? She's a jinx. Every time your mother is mentioned, Dad will be unhappy, Gu Ruoxin blamed Gu Yan. It's not that Dad is unhappy. He just misses my mother. Even if I didn't mention it, he would still miss her, Gu Yan retorted. What's the big deal about missing your mother? Your mother is already dead. My mother is still alive. Dad should have married my mother. I don't want to eat with you anymore. Gu Ruoxin glared at Wu Nian and got down from his seat. Wu Nian grabbed hold of Gu Ruoxin. You're still young. Don't run around. What if you run out and get caught by the bad guys? Gu Ruoxin pushed Wu Nian away forcefully. You're the bad guy. I don't like you. Don't come to my house. Wu Nian didn't expect a little boy to be so strong. He pushed her to the corner of the table. She couldn't straighten her back and had to squat down. Gu Ruoxin ran away. Auntie, are you okay? Gu Yan ran to Wu Nian and asked with concern. Wu Nian shook her head. It's okay. Go outside and find your father. Get your brother back. Okay. Gu Yan ran out anxiously. Wu Nian squatted down to relieve herself. Her forehead was covered in cold sweat. Are you okay? Gu Lingqing ran over and helped her up. Wu Nian smelled the tobacco on him. He must have gone outside to smoke. Gu Lingqing only smoked when he was upset. Her eyes turned red. I'm fine. Don't worry about me. Young master ran out just now. Hurry up and get him back. It's too dangerous for a child to run around outside. Gu Lingqing looked at her face. He carried her and walked outside. Wu Nian held his arm in surprise. What are you doing? You don't look well. I'll send you to the hospital. Gu Lingqing said in a low voice. Little Yan, follow me. I'm fine. I just bumped into the corner of the table. I'll be fine in a while. Your child is still outside, Wu Yan said worriedly. He runs away from home every 2 or 3 days to go to his mother's place. From here to his mother's place, he can find the way with his eyes closed. I'll ask someone to bring him back later. You don't have to worry, Gu Lingqing said with certainty. Wu Yan understood. This child is trying to match you with his mother, right? I only have my wife in my heart, Gu Lingqing said with certainty. He coldly opened the car door and let Wu Yan in. Gu Yan climbed into the car and sat next to Wu Yan. Gu Lingqing drove. Auntie, don't worry. It's very far from here to the hospital. Medical science is very advanced now. Gu Yan comforted her and raised a bright smile. Wu Yan rubbed Gu Yan's little head. Thank you. After hearing you say that, I don't feel that much pain anymore. After Wu Yan said that, he looked at Gu Lingqing and said, Mr. Gu can drop me off at the entrance of the hospital. I'll go in myself. You and little Yan haven't eaten anything yet. Your child is growing. It's not good for him to be hungry. Chapter 321. When I was heartbroken in a city, I wanted to leave. I wanted to leave the people I knew and the things that hurt me. I even closed Weibo, WeChat, and changed my phone number. By chance, I met a very good stranger who happened to be from City A, so I came to City A. Wu Yan lowered his eyes and explained sadly. Where do you live now? I saw that the address on your resume is the address of a hotel, Gu Lingqing asked. So, it's very tempting for me that you can provide food and accommodation there, Wu Yan said jokingly. Gu Lingqing didn't say anything and continued driving. It doesn't hurt anymore. I don't need to go to the hospital. It's just a bump. It's not a big problem. Pull over and I can go back by myself, Wu Yan said while looking out of the window. Since it doesn't hurt anymore, can you cook for me? I often eat in restaurants and I'm tired of it, Gu Yan said coquettishly. Wu Yan's heart softened. He glanced at Gu Lingqing and remained silent. Sure. What do you want to eat? I'll cook for you, Wu Yan rubbed Gu Yan's head and said. I want to eat cola chicken wings, prawns, and... Gu Yan licked his lips, wonton, big wonton. Wu Yan smiled and asked Gu Lingqing, do you have ingredients in the fridge? No, there's nothing but liquor, Gu Yan complained. Stop in front. There's a vegetable market there. I'll buy some ingredients. It'll take about 10 minutes, Wu Yan said. Miss Wu, you're not from City A, but you're quite familiar with it, Gu Lingqing said meaningfully. I like to wander around and look around, so I remember there's a vegetable market here. Please pull over and wait for me, Wu Yan said softly. Gu Lingqing stopped the car and handed the wallet to Wu Yan. Wu Yan was stunned. Take my wallet and return it to me when you're done, Gu Lingqing said in a deep voice. Aren't you afraid that I'll take too much of your money? Wu Yan was surprised. You have a monthly salary of 100,000 yuan. You won't care about a few thousand yuan. Wu Yan was amused by Gu Lingqing. A monthly salary of 100,000. This was not a small temptation. Even if she was really a thief, she would not steal his money. She took his wallet and got out of the car. Gu Lingqing opened the window and lit a cigarette. He stared at Wu Yu's back. The light of the cigarette was flickering, just like the ripples in his eyes. 10 minutes later, Wu Yan came over with groceries. He opened the back door and sat next to Gu Yan. Xiao Nian, what vegetables did you buy? Gu Yan asked with a smile. What are you shouting for? Gu Lingqing reminded. Gu Yan stuck out his tongue and immediately corrected himself. Auntie Xiao Nian. Wu Yan smiled dotingly. I bought cola, chicken wings, prawns, pork, preserved vegetables, eggs, tomatoes, salted duck eggs, vegetables, shiitake mushrooms, carrots, cabbage, rice and seasonings. You bought so much. How can we finish it with just the three of us? Gu Yen was surprised and happy, but he felt it was a waste. We only have cola chicken wings, prawns, braised pork with preserved vegetables, and eggs with tomatoes for dinner. As for the rest, I'll make wontons. When it's done, I'll freeze it in the fridge. When you want to eat it, I'll boil it in boiling water. You can have it for breakfast tomorrow, Wu Nian explained. Gu Lingqing looked at Wu Nian. You know how to make braised pork with preserved vegetables? Yes, we can eat it tomorrow if we can't finish it. Wu Nian said with a smile. Gu Lingqing didn't say anything else. He sped up and drove back to the condominium. When they got out of the elevator, Wu Nian saw Zhou Hailan standing at the door with his arm around Gu Ruoxin's shoulder. Zhou Hailan glanced at Wu Nian and smiled at Gu Lingqing. Xiao Axian is back again. I didn't want you to worry, so I brought her here. Is she the nanny that Xiao Axian was talking about? She's the home tutor I hired. Xiao Axian and Yan are going to school soon, so she's in charge of taking care of them. Xiao Axian apologized to Ms. Wu. You shouldn't have pushed her, Gu Lingqing said sternly. I didn't push her. She pulled me and didn't let me go, Xiao Axian said arrogantly. I didn't let you go because I was worried that something would happen to you. It's wrong of you to push her. Also, it's wrong of you to run out without my permission and make my parents worry. Apologize, Gu Lingqing said in a commanding tone. Xiao Axian, don't make your dad angry. Apologize now. Don't come back again. I'll be fine. Don't worry about me, Zhou Hailan said immediately. Gu Ruoxin pursed her lips and looked at Zhou Hailan with tears in her eyes. Mom, I want to go back with you. Dad won't care about me anymore after he finds Gu Yen. I want to go with you. Don't be silly. How can Dad not love you? I'll be angry if you say that again. I won't allow you to say that. Do you hear me? Zhou Hailan said angrily. Gu Ruoxin lowered her head and didn't say anything. Mr. Gu, I'll go in and cook, Wu Nian changed the topic. Gu Lingqing nodded and opened the door. Wu Nian walked in. His apartment wasn't very big. It had 3 bedrooms, 2 living rooms, 2 bathrooms, and a kitchen. However, it was very tidy. The tiles on the walls could even reflect people's shadows. The overall layout was very similar to the feeling he gave people. It was masculine, righteous, and meticulous. Where's the kitchen? Wu Nian asked. I'll bring you there. Since you didn't cook dinner, I'll help you. Zhou Hailan volunteered to help. Gu Lingqing held her arm. You have diabetes. You should rest more. You can eat here if you haven't eaten dinner. I'll ask someone to send you back after you finish. It's okay. I'll help. I'll stop if I'm tired. I know what I'm doing. Zhou Hailan smiled and walked towards the kitchen. Miss Wu, what can I do? Zhou Hailan asked politely. Can you help me wash the vegetables? Wu Nian took out all the vegetables. There's pickled vegetables. I remember that Ling Qing loves to eat steamed pork with pickled vegetables the most. Let me cook this steamed pork with pickled vegetables. Zhou Hailan took the pork and washed it in the water. Wu Nian didn't say anything. He washed the chicken wings and made a cut in the center of the wings. Then, he poured oil into the pan and fried the ginger and spring onions until they were golden brown. He added soy sauce and glanced at Zhou Hailan. Instead of adding sugar, he added the seasoning. Wu Nian added the seasoning instead of sugar. She didn't add sugar. Instead, she added wine, a little white wine, and half a bottle of Coke. While waiting for the chicken wings, she cleaned the prawns and untied the back of the prawns. When the prawns were all done, the chicken wings were also ready. Baiya took out the chicken wings and saw that Zhou Hailan had already taken out the cubes of pork cubes. He cut them into pieces and prepared to steam them in the rice pot. Chapter 322. Wu Yan smiled and narrowed her eyes. She looked like she was listening to the conversation. Sure. Thank you, madam. What do you like to eat? As she spoke, her phone rang. I'm sorry. Wu Yan walked to the side and answered the call. Xiao Nian, let me tell you a piece of good news. I have a few days off from tomorrow onwards. Shen Yan is going overseas for an interview. Ha ha ha, let's go on a trip together, Lu Shuang said excitedly. Have you forgotten? I found a full-time job. However, I have 4 days off per month. I'll see if it's okay next time. However, it's not good for me to be a minor when I've just started working, Wu Yan said apologetically. All right. Give me all your time tomorrow. We'll go fishing together. I know a fun place. Lu Shuang was still in a good mood. Sure. See you tomorrow, Wu Yan said. She hung up and turned on the voice recorder. She put the phone in her pocket and said to Zhou Hailan, I'm sorry. It's a call from a friend. What do you like to eat? Oh, it's okay. Xiao Axian likes to eat durian and garlic crayfish. However, she doesn't like spicy food. She can't stand spicy food. Xiao Yan's adoptive parents are from H City. People there like spicy food. So, Xiao Yan likes to eat spicy food, Zhou Hailan said warmly. I'll remember. Thank you, madam, Wu Yan said with a smile. Thank you, madam. Wu Yan said with a smile. Wu Yan used butter to fry the prawns. The prawns turned red. Then, she added in the egg yolk, MSG, and salt. Wu Yan used butter to fry the shrimps. The shrimps turned red. Then, he beat in the egg yolk, MSG, and salt. Finally, he lifted the pan. Miss Wu is really good at cooking, Zhou Hailan praised. When I was in the orphanage, I was the one who cooked for the children. So, it's not bad. Wu Yan scooped out the prawns and made the last dish, tomato and egg. Auntie Nian, your cooking smells so good. I'm hungry. Gu Yan ran in and craned his neck to look at the stove. Wu Yan gave Gu Yan a bowl and a pair of chopsticks. You can eat the cola chicken wings and prawns first. Thank you, Auntie Xiao Nian. Auntie Xiao Nian is the best auntie I've ever met, Gu Yan praised and added, like a doryman. Nian, Gu Xiao Nian said. Wu. Wu Xiao Nian and said. Wu is. She is. Xiao Wu Nian. Zhou Hailan looked at Gu Yan's chicken wings with a pale face. Then, she said to Wu Yan, my child is not as good as Yan. I'm sorry to trouble you. Every child has their own personality. If they all have the same personality, there's no point in living. Wu Yan cooked the eggs and tomatoes. Please take good care of Xiao Axian. Zhou Hailan said gently. Okay. Wu Yan said. She soaked the shiitake mushrooms in hot water and washed and drained the vegetables while stir-frying the tomatoes. When the eggs and tomatoes were ready, Wu Yan took a look at the pot. I'll be ready in about 5 minutes. You can bring the other dishes up first. Miss Wu, you're really good at taking care of children. You know what children like. Zhou Hailan praised. Ha. Wu Yan smiled gently and politely and went out with the dishes. Dinner will be ready in 5 minutes. Wash your hands first. Aunt Xiao Nian, the chicken wings you made are so delicious. And the prawns are even better than those in restaurants. I'm so happy, Gu Yan said happily. It's not as good as you said. Gu Ruoxin took a bite of the chicken wing and spat it out. It's so disgusting. I've never eaten anything so disgusting. Don't eat it if it's disgusting. Eat it all, Gu Yan said and picked up another chicken wing. Gu Ruoxin was so angry that she gritted her teeth. Wu Yan went back to the kitchen and didn't notice Zhou Hailan suddenly coming out. Zhou Hailan knocked into Wu Yan with the braised pork with preserved vegetables in her hands. The freshly cooked braised pork with preserved vegetables was splashed on Zhou Hailan. She screamed and dropped the bowl on the floor. Mom, Gu Ruoxin ran over anxiously and pushed Wu Yan away. She asked worriedly, Mom, are you okay? Zhou Hailan's hands were trembling. She smiled and said, I'm fine. I knocked into Miss Wu. Are you okay, Miss Wu? Wu Yan shook her head. I'm fine. What a pity. This is a bowl of braised pork with preserved vegetables, Zhou Hailan said sadly. Ma, please go eat first. There's no sugar in the tomato eggs and prawns, so they're edible. I'll take care of the rest, Wu Yan said kindly. Gu Ruoxin glared at Wu Yan and said to Zhou Hailan, Mom, you're scalded. There should be scalding medicine at home. Apply it first. You're not in good health. We can't make it worse. Zhou Hailan looked at Gu Lingqing and asked carefully, Can I? Gu Lingqing got up and went to her room to take out the first aid kit. She passed the scalding medicine to Zhou Hailan. Dad, Mom is injured. I can't do it myself. You can apply the medicine for Mom, Gu Ruoxin said to Gu Lingqing. It's okay. I can do it myself. Zhou Hailan took the scalding medicine from Gu Lingqing's hand. She rolled up her white sleeves. Her skin was scalded red. She applied the medicine on herself and frowned. There were tears in her eyes. Then, she changed her other hand. The other arm was also scalded red. Mom, both of your hands are scalded. How are you going to shower at night? What if you have a fever? Don't leave today. I'll take care of you. Gu Ruoxin held Zhou Hailan's hand and blew on it gently. Zhou Hailan's tears flowed down. Mom, it's okay. You must be good here. Don't make your dad and auntie angry. Do you understand? How could it not matter? If you had a fever and fainted alone, no one would know. If Dad doesn't let you stay here, I'll go back with you. At least I can take care of you, Gu Ruoxin said with tears in her eyes. Don't talk nonsense. Be good and listen to Mom. Zhou Hailan's tears flowed even more fiercely. Gu Ruoxin hugged Gu Lingqing's waist and begged, Dad, can you let me stay? As long as you let me stay, I'll be good. I'll do anything. Gu Lingqing looked at Zhou Hailan who was crying. You can stay here tonight. I'll find a nanny to take care of you tomorrow. Zhou Hailan looked at Gu Lingqing with tears in her eyes. Is it really okay? Let's eat. Gu Lingqing sat at the dining table. Wu Yan had already cleaned the floor. He used his chopsticks to pick up 3 to 4 pieces of braised pork with preserved vegetables that did not fall on the floor. He put them into small bowls and carried them to the dining table. Let's sit down and eat together, Gu Lingqing said to Wu Yan. Wu Yan smiled and shook his head. He turned around and walked to the kitchen. Chapter 323. Wu Yan returned to the kitchen and washed the carrots and cabbage. She minced all the vegetables and put some minced meat into the minced meat. Gu Yan ran to the kitchen and asked, Auntie Xiao Nian, why don't you have dinner with us? You haven't eaten anything yet. Are you still hungry? Wu Nian smiled and squatted down opposite Gu Yan. Auntie Xiao Nian, aren't you hungry? I'll cook some wontons later. You won't be hungry. Don't worry, little warm boy. Then I want to eat some wontons. Can you give me one of each? Gu Yan gestured with his index finger. Okay, but you have to go to bed before 9 p.m. Wu Nian took out her phone from her pocket and looked at the time. It was almost 8 p.m. She realized that her phone was still recording and turned it off. Auntie Xiao Nian, do you know how to tell stories? I want to hear Auntie Xiao Nian tell me stories. Gu Yan looked at Wu Nian and said eagerly. She can. Think about what you want Auntie Xiao Nian to tell you later. Go take a shower first. Wu Nian stood up. Gu Yan didn't leave. He played with his fingers and lowered his head, looking like he wanted to say something. Wu Nian noticed something was wrong and squatted in front of Gu Yan again. What's wrong? Gu Yan looked at Wu Nian with reddened eyes and pursed his lips. His eyes became redder as if they were covered by a thin layer of mist. Xiao Yan doesn't want to go out. Dad is with Auntie Zhou. Auntie Zhou is Gu Ruoxin's biological mother. The three of them are a family. Xiao Yan is all alone. Seeing the three of them together, Xiao Yan will feel like he's the extra one. It'll be very lonely. Wu Nian's heart tightened. She didn't expect Xiao Yan, who looked optimistic and cheerful, to have such thoughts. She held Gu Yan's hand and said softly, Xiao Yan will not be the extra one. Auntie wants to ask you, who is the person your dad loves the most? Do you know? Xiao Yan shook his head and lowered his head. It should be Yan's mother. If it was Auntie Zhou, your father would have married her a long time ago, right? Wu Nian said patiently. Xiao Yan nodded, not really understanding, and wiped his tears. You are the child of the person your father loves the most. Of course he loves you more. Even if the three of them are together, you are not the extra one. You are your father's child, right? Wu Nian's thumb stroked the corner of Gu Yan's eye. Gu Yan smiled through his tears. After hearing Xiao Nian's words, my mood suddenly became better. Xiao Nian, Dad doesn't allow me to be impolite. In front of Dad, I can only call you Auntie Xiao Nian. When it's just the two of us, can I call you Xiao Nian? Sure, how about I teach you how to make wontons? If we go together, we'll be faster, Wu Nian invited. Okay. Gu Yan immediately washed his hands. Wu Nian patiently taught him how to make wontons. She found that Gu Yan learned very quickly. He only taught once, and the wontons he made were very beautiful. Xiao Yan is so smart. Wu Nian praised him sincerely. Dad and Mom are smart, so Xiao Yan is smart. Wu Nian smiled knowingly. With Gu Yan's help, the wontons were made very quickly. Wu Nian made 2 wontons with different flavors. Xiao Yan, it's time to take a shower, Gu Lingqing came over and shouted. There's one more thing. I want to help Auntie Xiao Nian wrap it before I go wash it, Gu Yan said in a childish voice. Wu Nian saw him wrapping the wontons in a good manner, and said with a smile, Xiao Yan, go take a shower first. When you're done, the wontons will be cooked and ready. Well, all right then. Gu Yan washed his hands and left the kitchen. Wu Nian continued to wrap the rest of the wontons. Thank you for your hard work today. You made a good dinner. Gu Lingqing noticed the stain on her waist and guessed that she was also scalded. He turned around and went out. After a while, he came back with the ointment and handed it to Wu Nian. You can apply it too. Oh, thank you, Mr. Gu. Wu Nian took the ointment and put it aside. He continued to wrap the wontons. You haven't had dinner yet, right? Gu Lingqing asked. It's okay. I can eat some wontons later. I'm not hungry anyway. I'll freeze the rest in the fridge. I'll write the type on the food bag. You can cook it for the children tomorrow morning. It won't go bad in the freezer. Besides, young Master Xiao Axian likes to eat durian and garlic crayfish. Lobster? Wu Nian asked cautiously. No, Xiao Axian hates food with strong flavors, such as garlic and durian. Besides, he's allergic to crayfish, Gu Lingqing explained. Wu Nian raised her eyebrows and understood. Then Xiao Yan likes spicy food. The couple who adopted Xiao Yan are from City H. They do like spicy food. Xiao Yan prefers spicy food, but his stomach isn't good, so I don't let him eat spicy food. His stomach isn't good. Wu Nian was worried. He used to eat spicy food too much, so his stomach isn't good, so I forbid him from eating spicy food. I'll tell you the details when you come on Sunday. Gu Lingqing looked at the pot. The water seems to be boiling. Oh. Wu Nian came back to her senses. She opened the pot and steam came out. The pot was bubbling, and the white and fat dumplings floated to the surface. She put some cold water in the pot, turned the heat to low, and covered the pot again. Gu Lingqing didn't leave the kitchen. He looked at her deeply. Wu Nian noticed Gu Lingqing's gaze and looked at him in surprise. Is there anything else, Mr. Gu? Zhou Hailan told you that Xiao Axian likes to eat durian and garlic crayfish. That Xiao Yan likes spicy food. Gu Lingqing narrowed his eyes and asked straightforwardly. Wu Nian smiled. We'll see each other frequently. It's fine as long as you know it in your heart. It'll be embarrassing when we meet in the future. Okay. Gu Lingqing replied. I want to eat wontons too. Give me a bowl too. I don't need a lot, just 10 of them. Mr. Gu, do you want to ask Mrs. Zhou and young Master Xiao Axian if they want to eat? They won't be happy if we don't prepare it for them, Wu Nian asked politely. Gu Lingqing nodded and walked out. Xiao Yan ran towards the kitchen with a red face. Hello, Dad. Xiao Yan greeted him and walked past him. Gu Lingqing looked at Gu Yan's back view helplessly and sadly. Xiao Yan grew up with his foster parents. He only came back last year. After he came back, he wasn't used to it. He wasn't very close to him. He was respectful but distant. Sometimes, he would deliberately avoid him. He was afraid that he would be too lonely. Zhou Hailan happened to be in poor health, so he brought Xiao Axian with him. After all, Xiao Axian and Xiao Yan were about the same age. He thought that they would have a common topic. However, Gu Ruoxin missed him and Zhou Hailan too much. Chapter 324. Come here, Xiao Yan, Gu Lingqing shouted. Gu Yan stopped and smiled awkwardly. His hands were clenched because of nervousness. Dad, what's wrong? Xiao Axian's mother is staying here today. You can sleep with Dad, Gu Lingqing said softly. Oh, then I'll go eat the wontons first, Gu Yan said and ran to the kitchen without waiting for Gu Lingqing's reply. Gu Lingqing sighed helplessly. Kitchen Wu Nian scooped up the wontons for Gu Yan and put 20 more into the bowl. Gu Yan looked at the wontons with sparkling eyes. He licked his lips and asked, Xiao Nian, can I eat them now? Yes, but be careful. It's hot. Do you want sugar and vinegar? Wu Nian asked softly. Yes, yes. Wu Nian gave Gu Yan the vinegar. Gu Yan took a big bite with satisfaction. His cheeks were puffed up. Delicious, so delicious. This is the best wonton I've ever eaten. I can only eat wontons for hundreds of years. Wu Nian was amused by Gu Yan. This kid was very cute. She smiled and felt a warm liquid on her face. She felt tears on her face, so she turned around. Xiao Nian, are you crying? Why? Gu Yan's eyes were sharp. Did my dad bully you? No, I accidentally burned my waist and it hurts a little. Wu Nian found an excuse. I'll help you apply the ointment. Gu Yan put down the bowl and picked up the ointment on the stove worriedly. He lifted Wu Nian's clothes and said, Xiao Nian, your waist is purple. It's okay. It'll be fine in a few days, Wu Nian comforted. Gu Lingqing stood at the door and saw the injury on Wu Nian's waist. He frowned and said in a deep voice, it seems that the injury is serious. You need to go to the hospital. No, really, it's fine. It's just a scratch. I'm not that precious, Wu Nian refused. Then boil 2 eggs and put them on a hot compress. You'll get better faster, Gu Lingqing said in a low voice and walked in. Wu Nian nodded respectfully. Okay, I'll use it when I get back. They won't eat. You just have to eat mine and yours. Gu Lingqing ordered. He looked at Gu Yan and picked up Gu Yan's bowl. Come out and eat. Be careful not to burn yourself. Oh. Gu Yan followed Gu Lingqing out. Gu Lingqing put the bowl on the table. Gu Yan sat at the dining table and ate quietly. Gu Lingqing looked at Gu Yan, who was in a daze. His eyes were heavy, like a shadow floating in the air. If Bai Ye were here, he would definitely know how to get along with children better than he did. He was cold, indifferent, and of few words. He did not know how to make children happy, nor did he know how to get closer to them. Wu Nian put the sour and vinegar plate in front of Gu Yan. Gu Lingqing looked at Wu Nian. The wontons are almost ready. How many do you want, Mr. Gu? Wu Nian asked respectfully. 10. You can sit at the dining table and eat too, Gu Lingqing said. Wu Nian turned around and went to the kitchen. She divided the 20 wontons into 2 bowls and brought them up. One bowl was placed in front of Gu Lingqing and the other bowl was placed on the seat facing the north. She sat down and ate the wontons. Gu Yan looked at Gu Lingqing, then at Wu Nian. The 3 of them looked like a family now. His father, mother, and him were eating dinner together. Gu Yan was happy. He pursed his lips and smiled. He was afraid that others would find out what he was thinking, so he lowered his head. Gu Ruoxin came out of the room and saw the 3 of them sitting together eating wontons. His expression was very bad. He scolded, Who allowed you to sit at the dining table? You are just a servant hired by my father. What right do you have? Xiao Axian, don't be rude. Auntie Wu is the home tutor I hired. She will take care of you. She is not a servant, Gu Lingqing said sternly. I have my mother. I don't need other women to take care of me. If my father wants this woman to be my home tutor, then I won't go to school from tomorrow onwards. I don't need her to teach me either. I will do nothing but lie in bed, Gu Ruoxin said arrogantly. Are you threatening me? Gu Lingqing was furious. He looked at Gu Ruoxin sharply, like a storm was coming. Xiao Axian didn't mean that. Zhou Hailan rushed out of the room and hugged Xiao Axian. He begged Gu Lingqing, he is still young. It's inevitable that he will be stubborn. Let me talk to him. Zhou Hailan brought Gu Ruoxin away. Gu Lingqing frowned and slammed his chopsticks on the table. He couldn't eat anymore and walked towards Gu Ruoxin's room. Gu Yan could feel his father's anger. He was trembling in fear. Wu Nian glanced at Gu Yan and ran towards Gu Lingqing. Mr. Gu, I have something to tell you. Gu Lingqing stopped in front of Gu Ruoxin's room. He clenched his fists and suppressed his anger. He looked at Wu Nian. Gu Ruoxin is Mr. Gu's child. Mr. Gu should know his temper. If you hit him, he will only think that his mother is better and become more rebellious. The child's nature was not bad. When he saw his mother hurt, he would cry. For his mother, he was willing to hurt himself. He had a strong sense of purpose and strategy. He had plans, guidelines, and ideas. He was a very smart child. The way to teach this child is to give him the rewards he wants and guide him. He said that he won't go to school and doesn't listen to me. Don't worry. You just need to tell him that I will evaluate them. If his evaluation is good after 1 month, I will allow his mother to come over and stay for 2 days. He will definitely not cause trouble. I will talk to you on Sunday. Wu Nian said. Gu Lingqing listened to her voice and gradually calmed down. He felt that it made sense. Miss Wu is very good at treating children. Wu Nian saw that his anger had disappeared. She raised the corner of her mouth and said, there were many naughty children in the orphanage. Some of them had problems with their personalities. In the end, they were all fine. There are no bad children, only bad education methods. Well, let's have dinner. I will send you back after dinner, Gu Lingqing said in a low voice and returned to the dining table. 3 minutes later, Zhou Hailan came out with Gu Ruoxin and stood next to Gu Lingqing. Tell your father. Zhou Hailan said to Gu Ruoxin. I'm sorry. Gu Ruoxin said unwillingly. Tell him properly. Zhou Hailan frowned and ordered. Gu Ruoxin clenched his fists and lowered his head. He said again, I'm sorry. Gu Lingqing looked at Gu Ruoxin. It's getting late. Go to bed with your mother. I will send Miss Wu back. Gu Yan immediately raised his hand. Me too. Yan, I will sleep with you. It's getting late, Zhou Hailan said softly to Gu Yan. Wu Nian recalled what Zhou Hailan said. Gu Yan liked spicy food and Gu Ruoxin liked durian and crayfish. She felt a chill down her spine. She was worried about leaving Gu Yan with Zhou Hailan. You are not in good health and you were scalded. You need someone to take care of you. How can you take care of others? I will take Yan with me. You guys have a good rest, Gu Lingqing refused. Chapter 325. In the car. The light from the street lamp shone through the window and fell on the side of Gu Lingqing's face, hiding the other half of his face in the darkness. Gu Yan leaned on Wu Nian. Aunt Xiao Nian, didn't you say you were going to tell me a story? A long time ago, there was a lion cub. When he was born, his father was killed by a hunter and his mother was taken away by the hunter. He and his sister were adopted by an elephant mother. When he was young, he was often bullied by tigers, hungry wolves, and wild dogs. Every time he was bullied, he told himself that he had to become stronger so that he wouldn't be bullied by others. He had to run faster than any animal and his claws were sharper than any animal. He had to practice avoiding the traps of the hunters. Finally, one day, he became the king of the forest. He married a beautiful wife and had 2 children. He had his own family and lived happily ever after, Wu Nian said softly. Gu Yan fell asleep. Gu Yan fell asleep. Wu Nian held him in her arms and gazed at him tenderly. She hoped that even if he didn't have a mother, even if he encountered setbacks were not used to defeat him, but to make him stronger. Gu Lingqing looked at Wu Nian in the rearview mirror. She looked at him again and said in a low voice, Is Xiao Yan asleep? Yes. When you drive back, put him in the child's safety chair and drive slowly. Be careful on the road, Wu Nian said worriedly. Gu Lingqing looked at her deeply. The 2 little Wu Nian were reflected in his dark eyes. Wu Nian was a little flustered. She looked down and hugged Gu Yan a little tighter. Gu Lingqing looked away and said in a low voice, I often go on business trips. Sometimes, I go on business trips for more than half a month. In the past, they were still young and didn't need to go to school, so I brought them with me. Now, I can't bring them with me anymore. I think you know what kind of person Zhou Hailon is. Remember, don't let Xiao Yan be alone with her. Wu Yan narrowed his eyes and looked at Gu Lingqing in confusion. Mr. Gu, aren't you going to remarry? It seems that it has nothing to do with you whether I remarry or not, Gu Lingqing said coldly. Wu Yan lowered his head. Sorry, I misspoke. Gu Lingqing clenched the steering wheel and said in a deeper voice, I believe that Yan's mother is not dead. Wu Yan's eyelashes fluttered. She didn't speak. She looked out of the window. Tears flowed out uncontrollably. Fortunately, she deliberately hid in the darkness. No one would find out that she was crying. Where do you live? Gu Lingqing suddenly asked. Wu Yan came back to his senses and cleared his throat, trying to make his voice sound normal. Oasis Hotel. You can stop at the entrance. Gu Lingqing frowned and said in a reproachful tone, How can you cook eggs in a hotel? Ha! Wu Yan laughed dryly. The injury on my waist is not a big deal. It's not a big deal. When I was in the orphanage, the children were naughty and often ran around. I was often hit by them. Gu Lingqing drove to the Oasis Hotel and stopped by the side of the road. Wait for me here for a while. Oh. Wu Yan responded. She watched Gu Lingqing walk into a small restaurant. There was a strange feeling in her heart. He was still so careful. Hidden under his cold appearance was a warm heart. He would care about others and take care of others. God should give him a good girl who would care about him and take care of him so that he wouldn't be lonely anymore. 10 minutes later, Gu Lingqing came back with a plastic bag and passed it to Wu Yan. His voice was indifferent and distant, as if he was deliberately trying not to misunderstand. I didn't bring the ointment for your burn. I bought it for you. There's also the Bai Nan Bai Yao spray, which promotes blood circulation and dissolves blood stasis. Also, there are 2 hard-boiled eggs in the bag. It's a little hot now, but it should be just right when we get back to the hotel. Peel the eggshell and roll it on the bruised area. It's Xiao Axayan who hurt you. As a father, I should be responsible for it. He said it was because Xiao Axayan hurt him, so as a father, he should be responsible for it. This way, no one would misunderstand. Wu Yan twitched his mouth and didn't refuse anymore. He took the plastic bag from Gu Lingqing. Thank you, Mr. Gu. I will work hard and strive for a salary of 100,000 a month. Okay. Gu Lingqing drove Wu Yan to the Oasis Hotel. Wu Yan got out of the car and watched Gu Lingqing leave before entering the hotel. Gu Lingqing's car drove over slowly. He closed the car door and walked to the front desk. He glanced at the price list. A standard room was priced at 1,080. Hello, I'm Wu Yan's friend. May I know which room Wu Yan is staying in? Gu Lingqing asked politely. Wu Yan. The front desk checked Wu Yan's name. She's staying in our room 2108. Room 2108, right? She hasn't been staying here since Sunday. I've settled the bill for her. How much is the total? The front desk staff looked at Gu Lingqing with her watery eyes. She blushed and used the calculator to calculate. Including today's bill, the guest has been staying here for a total of 6 days. Including tomorrow's bill, it's 7 days. We stay here for 5 days and give you 1 day for free. So, the 6 days bill is 1,248. 0 yuan. Gu Lingqing glanced at the price list again. 2,080 per night was the price of a suite. He swiped his card and walked out of the hotel. He called his assistant and asked, "How's your investigation?" Mr. Gu, I'm in Sea City now. Wu Nian is indeed from the orphanage. She grew up in the orphanage. A few years ago, after she graduated from normal university, she returned to the orphanage to teach. Before that, she had a boyfriend. I heard that the guy's family background was not bad. But the guy's family disliked her for her education. Chapter 326. When Gu Lingqing returned home, Zhou Hailon had been waiting for him. He placed Gu Yan on the bed and covered him with a blanket. Zhou Hailon followed behind him. Lingqing, I have something to tell you. Okay. Gu Lingqing replied. He turned around and went out. After closing the door, he asked Zhou Hailon, is Xiao Axan asleep? He's asleep. That's why I waited for you in the living room. I know that Xiao Axan has a bad personality. He's too willful, rebellious, mischievous. He's not as obedient as Xiao Yan. He treated Teacher Wu like that today, so I'm worried that Teacher Wu will be biased against him, Zhou Hailon said gently. Then what do you think we should do? Gu Lingqing looked at Zhou Hailon and asked. It's like this. Xiao Axan hates Teacher Wu so much because he's afraid that Teacher Wu will replace me, so he's very resistant. If the tutor is chosen by Xiao Axan, I think he won't hate it so much, Zhou Hailon suggested. Okay. Let Xiao Axan find a tutor that he's satisfied with. It needs to be a full-time tutor that you're satisfied with. That way, he'll be more obedient, Gu Lingqing agreed immediately. Really? Zhou Hailon was excited. You think so too? I'll pay for the tutor. He'll be more obedient when he lives with you in the future. After all, he listens to you more, Gu Lingqing said in a low voice. Zhou Hailon's smile disappeared. What do you mean? Gu Lingqing looked deeply at Zhou Hailon. When you were in poor health, you entrusted Xiao Axan to me. I thought about sending someone to take care of you and your son. Xiao Yan happened to be alone. I was worried that he would be lonely, so I took Xiao Axan with me. But after I took him over, I realized that Xiao Axan's heart isn't with me. Since that's the case, I should respect Xiao Axan's decision and let him follow you. In the future, you can find someone you can trust to take care of you. I'll pay for it. Zhou Hailon's eyes dimmed. He said anxiously, you brought Xiao Axan back because you thought Xiao Yan would be lonely. Is Xiao Axan just a playmate of Baiya's son in your heart? I don't need to explain to others what Xiao Axan is to me. If that's what you think, I can't do anything about it. In fact, Xiao Axan only wants to be with you and only listens to you. Gu Lingqing's eyes turned cold. Zhou Hailon was annoyed when he didn't hear the answer he wanted. Gu Lingqing, wake up. You only care about Baiya, but Baiya must be dead. If Baiya isn't dead, why didn't she come back? I really don't know what you're thinking. Xiao Axan is your flesh and blood. How do you treat him? Do you have feelings for him or are you heartless? How do you think I treat Xiao Axan? Do you think that I don't treat Xiao Axan well? Then take Xiao Axan away, Gu Lingqing said coldly. If you were sincere to Xiao Axan, you wouldn't have driven him away so easily. Zhou Hailon was agitated. He clenched his fists and complained. Am I the one who drove him away? His heart is with you. He runs away from home to be with you. He only listens to you when he's with me. If that's the case, I should fulfill his wish. Gu Lingqing frowned and made up his mind. Zhou Hailon saw his determination. Then ask him what he wants. Will you give him whatever he wants? If he wants to stay, he must listen to me. If he wants to go with you, I'll pay for the nanny or tutor you hire. That's it. It's too late. We'll talk about it tomorrow. After Gu Lingqing finished speaking, he returned to his room and closed the door. He was in a bad mood and threw his suit jacket on the sofa. Everyone told him that Baiya was dead. Dead? Dead? Instantly, he was in a bad mood. He took the red wine from the wine cabinet, opened it, and gulped it down like drinking water. Wen Yan came out of the bathroom. She peeled the egg and lay on the bed, rolling on the bruises. Although she was injured, she felt warm when she thought of Gu Yan's cute and handsome face. She felt that the pain was worth it. The warm egg on the skin of the waist also felt very warm, as if the waist did not feel any pain. After she was done, she lay on the bed. She missed Gu Yan, and the corner of her mouth turned up. She must take a lot of pictures of Gu Yan on Sunday and put them in her phone to reminisce. Her phone rang. She picked it up. Although it was a series of numbers, she remembered that it was Gu Lingqing's. She took a deep breath, sat up, answered the call, and said respectfully, "Mr. Gu. Why are you calling me Mr. Gu? Do you know who I am to you?" Gu Lingqing shouted. "Ha!" Wen Yan did not understand what he said. There was a strange feeling in her heart. "I said you're dead. You're dead. You're not dead, right? You're still alive and well. You'll come back to me, right?" Gu Lingqing asked two questions, right? Wen Yan could tell that he was a little tongue-tied. His current state was not his usual state. He should be drunk. "Speak. Speak. Don't be silent," Gu Lingqing ordered. "Mr. Gu, it's very late now. Your children should be asleep. You'll wake them up if you speak so loudly," Wen Yan said softly. "I'm outside. They can't hear me. They can't hear me." The second half of Gu Lingqing's sentence was very soft, as if he was falling asleep. Wen Yan asked worriedly, "Where are you now? Have you forgotten? You told me not to let Gu Yan be alone with Zhou Hailan. Miss Zhou is staying at your place now." The more Wen Yan thought about it, the more worried he became. He got up from the bed, grabbed his bag, and rushed out. He. Gu Lingqing laughed foolishly. There was pain in his laughter. "Since you care about Gu Yan so much, you should come and see him in person. Haven't you always wanted to find Gu Yan? Gu Yan is our child. Come back. Come back alive to see him. Xiaoya, I miss you so much. Come back, come back." Every time Gu Lingqing called Xiaoya, Wen Yan felt sad. "Mr. Gu, you've got the wrong person. I'm not Baiya." "Where are you now?" Wen Yan entered the elevator. "I'm..." Gu Lingqing paused and did not say anything. Wen Yan was anxious. "Where?" There was no sound from Gu Lingqing's side. Wen Yan suspected that Gu Lingqing had fallen asleep. She became even more anxious. Ding. The elevator reached the first floor. Wen Yan rushed out from the elevator. Then, he braked and turned back. Chapter 327. Su Jiran felt someone's gaze on him. He raised his head and saw a chubby figure running outside. He wasn't interested in those who were chubby or slightly chubby. Wen Yan got on a taxi, gave the driver the address of Gu Lingqing's house, and called Lu Shuang. "Cool girl, you haven't slept yet, right?" "Nope, Xiao Bao is still playing with a gun. I'm so dizzy, he won't let go after playing with it. I just remembered a joke. Little girls play with dolls, little boys play with guns. When they grow up, it's the other way round." He. Lu Shuang laughed to himself after saying that. Wen Yan understood the meaning of the joke, but she wasn't in the mood to chat with Lu Shuang. "Cool girl, can you help me locate a phone's current address? Should be able to. I'll ask Shaniyan. Send me the phone number, Lu Shuang said straightforwardly. Thank you, cool girl, Wen Yan said, feeling touched. There's no need to thank me between us. Lu Shuang hung up the phone. Wen Yan sent the phone number over. The phone rang again. Wen Yan saw it was Gu Lingqing's number, so she quickly picked it up and complained, "Where are you? You stopped talking halfway." Gu Lingqing still didn't say anything. Wen Yan's heart was like an ant on a hot pan. Are you Gu Lingqing? If not, please talk to me. There was no reply from Gu Lingqing's side. Wen Yan raised the decibel. If you do this again, I'll be angry. Is it fun to play with people in the middle of the night? I am. Gu Lingqing's voice was finally heard. Hearing his voice, Wen Yan felt a little relieved. She sighed, "Where are you?" "I'm already on my way to your house. I'm at home." Gu Lingqing was silent for a while. He had a strange expression on his face and explained, "I drank a little too much. Sorry." Wen Yan thought of what he said before. She felt sour in her heart again. She took a deep breath. Since he was at home and sounded sober, there was no need for her to go. She thought it was stupid to rush out of the hotel. "Since you're at home, I won't come over. Rest early." Wen Yan hung up the phone and ordered the driver, "Go back to Oasis Hotel." Gu Lingqing twisted the bridge of his nose and slightly lowered his head. Water droplets dripped down from his forehead, along his cold, resolute, and handsome face, dripping onto his collarbone. His body was drenched. He thought to himself, he was really ridiculously drunk just now. Why would he call Wen Yan to say those words? Was it just because Wen Yan's voice was similar to Xiaoya's that he had a misconception? Fortunately, even though he had taken a cold shower downstairs, his mind was much clearer. He lay down next to Xiao Yan and looked at his pink face. He missed Baiya. It had been 2 years. 2 years. Early in the morning, Gu Lingqing was woken up by the ringing of his phone. He turned off the sound and looked at Xiao Yan. The little boy had been awake for a long time. He looked at him with his big eyes. His eyes were like the stars. He did not say a word and was very obedient. Gu Lingqing smiled, kissed Xiao Yan on the forehead and answered the assistant's call. "President Fu, I've sent the photos to your email. But I found something strange. Apart from asking the adults, I also asked the children. But the children are avoiding me on purpose. I think someone told them to do so. It's not normal." Zhang Xingyu reported. "Are you afraid that the children will talk nonsense?" Gu Lingqing was suspicious. But when he thought of Wen Yan's behavior yesterday, he felt that she should be a reliable person. "I just caught a child and gave him 100 yuan. He said that Sister Wen Yan is a good person and that they like Sister Wen Yan very much. They don't want Sister Wen Yan to leave and hope that Sister Wen Yan will visit them often." Zhang Xingyu said. "What's the problem?" Gu Lingqing did not hear the problem. "Isn't Wen Yan a teacher here? Why do they call her Sister Wen Yan?" Gu Lingqing frowned. He did not think there was a problem. "Then why don't you catch another child and ask him?" "I did and then they caught me. I just ran out," Zhang Xingyu said innocently. Gu Lingqing, "Then come back. I know what to do." He got up and went to brush his teeth with Gu Yan. When he opened the door, Zhou Hailan and Gu Ruoxin were standing at the door. "Dad, I want to live with you. I'll be obedient in the future." Gu Ruoxin took the initiative and said, "Okay." Gu Lingqing replied, "I'll go cook wontons for you." "Lingqing, I'll help you." Zhou Hailan followed Gu Lingqing into the kitchen and said, "You said yesterday that you will choose a tutor that Xiao Axian likes. Does that still count? It does. After all, Xiao Axian might not like the tutor that Yen likes. It's better to teach them separately. Gu Lingqing followed Zhou Heilan's words and said. He opened the fridge and saw bags of frozen wontons. The names of the fillings were written on the bags. The handwriting was a little ugly, but it was very careful. Gu Lingqing took out 2 bags and boiled some water. Seeing that Zhou Hailan was still there, she looked at him suspiciously. Is there anything else? Can't you replace Miss Wu? I'm worried that she won't like Xiao Axian. Zhou Hailan went straight to the point. Don't try to measure the heart of a gentleman with the heart of a villain. Ms. Wu always said good and bad things about little Axian in front of me, such as filial piety, righteousness, intelligence, and so on. Therefore, she will treat little Axian and little Yen equally, Gu Lingqing said in a deep voice and walked out of the kitchen. Did she really say that? Zhou Hailan did not believe it. Some people, even if they know that other people are not good, they don't want to say it out loud. As for others, they judge others based on their own actions and feel that others are not good. Their narrow-mindedness and broad-mindedness can be seen from their own speculations of others. Gu Lingqing spoke frankly. Zhou Heilan's face strangely turned a little red. She lowered her head and said, maybe I really think too much. I won't have breakfast. I'll go back now. I've troubled you for the whole night. Ask Xiao Axian to stay with you for 2 days. Let him accompany you. Gu Lingqing said casually. What about you and Yen? Where are you going? Zhou Hailan was jealous. A client asked me to go fishing. I can't take care of 2 kids by myself. I'll have to trouble you to take care of Xiao Axian. Gu Lingqing, don't you think you're being biased? You give little Yen the good food and fun things first. Even when you attend your friend's banquet, you only bring little Yen. Is little Axian so insignificant in your heart? Zhou Hailan said angrily. Xiao Axian and Yen both looked at them. Gu Lingqing looked at Zhou Hailan unhappily. Chapter 328. That night, Wen Yan did not sleep well. She finally fell asleep at 4:00 and woke up at 7:15. When she woke up, she remembered what Gu Lingqing had said. Since you care about Xiao Yan so much, you should come and see him yourself. Haven't you always wanted to find Xiao Yan? Xiao Yan is our child. Come back alive to see him. Xiaoya, I miss you so much. She closed her eyes. Her heart was very sour, like a surging flood that was about to burst out of the dam. She could not sleep anymore, so she got up, changed into her sportswear, and went for a run in the park behind the hotel. After running 1 lap, 2 laps, her heart suddenly hurt badly. She covered her heart and squatted down to relieve the pain, as if an awl had pierced into her heart. Beauty, are you okay? A familiar voice sounded. Wen Yan looked at the person with a pale face. It was actually Su Jiran. Subconsciously, she did not want to have anything to do with him anymore. Go away. Wen Yan said unhappily. Su Jiran was stunned. He looked at Wen Yan, and a complicated look flashed across his eyes. He carried Wen Yan and said, your condition is very bad. I'll send you to the hospital first. Wen Yan wanted to push Su Jiran away, but she did not have the strength. She was placed in the car by Su Jiran. Do you have water? Wen Yan asked. Su Jiran took out a bottle of mineral water from the storage box, opened the cap, and handed it to Wen Yan. She gulped down a few mouthfuls, and her breath became smooth. The pain in her heart eased a lot. She looked at Su Jiran and said, my heart doesn't hurt anymore. Thank you for your help. I think I should rest more. Wu Yan was about to get out of the car when Su Jiran blocked her way. I think you should go to the hospital. It doesn't look good. I know my body's condition. It's my choice whether to go to the hospital or not. I'm grateful that you're willing to help me, but forcing me to do something I don't want to do is annoying and disgusting. Move away, Wu Yan said sternly. Su Jiran didn't get angry. Instead, he smiled wickedly. I saved your life. Is this how you treat your benefactor? Bai Yi took out some money from his pocket, chose a 100 yuan note, and stuffed it into the bag behind the chair. Thank you. He. Su Jiran laughed happily. Pretty lady, leave me your contact number. Wu Yan stared at Su Jiran's devilishly charming face. In terms of appearance, he could indeed make all living things fall head over heels for him. However, she knew Su Jiran's habits too well. Do you have a pen? Wu Yan asked. Su Jiran smirked. He took out a pen from the storage box and handed it to Wu Yan. Write on my palm. Wu Yan held his hand and wrote a series of numbers on his palm. Have you had breakfast? Su Jiran's eyes shone with a strange light as he looked at her and asked. I've eaten. I have something to do later. Wu Yan crawled out from under his arm. Su Jiran didn't stop him. He sat in the back seat lazily and looked at Wu Yan's back. His evaluation of her was that she was a little plump, had a pretty face, could be said to be perfect, had fair skin, a beautiful face, and a big weapon. Most importantly, her voice was the same as Bai Yi's. Just the fact that their voices were the same was enough to make up for her shortcoming of being slightly plump. Su Jiran picked up his phone and saved her number. He smiled and dialed the number. I'm sorry, the number you have dialed does not exist. Su Jiran frowned and a trace of annoyance flashed in his eyes. He looked in the direction where Wu Yan disappeared. Was she playing with him? Wu Yan went back to her room and lay on the bed. She closed her eyes and rested. She didn't want to die yet. She wanted to be with Xiao Yan and him. Maybe it was because her heart was not feeling well, or maybe she had exercised, or maybe it was because she didn't have enough sleep to begin with, so she fell asleep again. At 10:30 a.m., she was woken up by the phone. She saw that it was Lu Shuang and picked it up. Shuangniu. I've settled Xiaobao down. He's outside your hotel now. Are you awake? Let's go out and play together. Lu Shuang was as excited as if he had just been released from a birdcage and could fly freely. Give me 5 minutes. Wu Yan said. She hung up the phone, brushed her teeth and washed up again. She tied her hair into a ponytail and changed into a purple and white spaghetti strap dress before going downstairs. Lu Shuang whistled and waved with a smile. Beauty, over here. Wu Yan walked toward Lu Shuang and sat in the front passenger seat. She fastened her seatbelt and looked at Lu Shuang. Lu Shuang's hair was down and he was wearing a high-collared cheongsam. But Wu Yan saw the hickey on his neck and felt guilty. Well, you asked me to help you find the location of your phone yesterday. Why did you cancel it? Lu Shuang asked. The owner of the phone called me and told me where it is, Wu Yan said simply. The owner of the phone. Gu Lingqing, Lu Shuang guessed. Wu Yan didn't say anything. She lowered her eyes. Her long eyelashes left a black silhouette under her eyelids, covering the undercurrent in her eyes. Lu Shuang understood. You only care so much about his matters. Besides him, there's also you, Wu Yan said with certainty. I'm sorry. I made you suffer yesterday, right? That beast might have been a monk in his previous life. Lu Shuang said unhappily, don't mention him. My waist hurts when I talk about him. Are you really not going to tell Gu Lingqing? Wu Yan shook her head. Don't mention him either. My heart aches. Today is our day. Let's have fun. Ha ha ha. Let me correct you. It's not my waist that hurts. My kidney hurts. Ha ha ha. Lu Shuang said optimistically. Her laughter infected her. Wu Yan smiled and looked out of the window. Where are we going? A nice paradise. Shani Yan brought me there once. We can fish, ride horses, sing songs, play golf, and all kinds of entertainment. There's also a food buffet. It's not bad. Most importantly, there are many handsome guys. Ha ha ha. Lu Shuang was happy when he thought about it. Aren't you worried that Shaniyan spies might be there? Wu Yan said worriedly. I stole Shaniyan's card and entered the VIP area. Not everyone can come in. Besides, I've only been here once. They probably won't remember me. Besides, I'm here to have fun with you. It's fine even if Shaniyan knows about it, Lu Shuang analyzed. As long as it's fine. Wu Yan held Lu Shuang's hand. I'll find a way to help you escape from Shaniyan. Let's not talk about him anymore. Now, not only my waist and kidney hurt, but my whole body hurts. Lu Shuang said jokingly. However, in this world, some people would not appear even if you didn't mention them. Wu Yan and Lu Shuang met Gu Lingqing, Gu Lingqing's children, and Gu Lingqing's friends the moment they entered the VIP area. Chapter 329. Wu Yan caught the surprise in Gu Lingqing's eyes. When his eyes moved from Wu Yan's face to Lu Shuang's face, he was even more shocked, and his eyebrows were slightly knitted. Wu Yan felt guilty and lowered his eyes. Lu Shuang twitched the corner of his mouth, covered his mouth, and said to Wu Yan in a low voice, You and Gu Lingqing are really fated to run into each other. This place has been very popular in the past year. Many rich and powerful people come here to have fun. The chances of running into him on the weekend are very high. Wu Yan's lips did not move, but his voice came from the gap between his teeth. So, are you going to say hello to him now or not? Lu Shuang asked worriedly for Wu Yan. Those are all his friends. Going to say hello to him is like taking advantage of the heat. I think it's better not to. Let's get something to eat and try to sit as far away from them as possible. Wu Yan said. Seeing that Gu Lingqing was still looking at her, she nodded, pulled Lu Shuang away, and sat in the corner on the far right. He must be very curious now about how I know you and I came to eat together. Lu Shuang said with a smile. Just follow our original plan. Calm down, I'll go get something to eat. Wu Yan stood up, went to the steak place, ordered a steak, and stood there waiting. Behind her, a strong masculine aura was approaching. Wu Yan did not need to turn around to know who it was. She straightened her back and tried to calm herself down. Lu Shuang was her only friend, and they would definitely meet again in the future. Sooner or later, Gu Lingqing would know that she and Lu Shuang were friends. However, it was much earlier than she expected. What a coincidence. Gu Lingqing said in a low voice. Wu Yan turned around and pretended to be surprised. She smiled and greeted respectfully, Mr. Gu, what a coincidence indeed. The girl who came with you is your friend? Gu Lingqing asked tentatively. Yeah, Shuang Niu and I are fated. She took good care of me when I came to City A, Wu Yan didn't deny it. She didn't introduce you to a job. Gu Lingqing looked at Wu Yan suspiciously. She asked me to be her family's nanny, but I felt that friendship would deteriorate if it became an employer-employee relationship, so I refused. Wu Yan replied. He looked at the chef and deliberately changed the topic. I want the black pepper flavor, medium well. Yesterday. Gu Lingqing wanted to say something but stopped. I drank too much. You don't have to take what I said to heart, Gu Lingqing explained. Wu Nian smiled. You mistook me for someone else yesterday. You called me Bai Ya. I guessed that you were drunk and wouldn't take it to heart. It's better to drink less. It's not good for your health. Gu Lingqing answered and put the plate in front of the chef. Filet mignon, thank you. Both of them stood and waited without saying a word. Wu Nian could feel Gu Lingqing's breath on her neck. It was very uncomfortable. People said that time passed like a year. Now, she was passing like an hour. She scratched her hair and exhaled. She looked left and right to prevent herself from looking like she had nothing to do. Is your waist better? Gu Lingqing asked in a low voice. Ah. Wu Nian looked at Gu Lingqing. I rolled it with eggs yesterday. It worked well. It doesn't hurt anymore today. Thank you for your concern, Mr. Gu. Your black pepper steak is ready, the chef said. Oh, thank you. Wu Nian took the plate and couldn't wait to leave. She said to Gu Lingqing perfunctorily, Mr. Gu, please go ahead. I'm a little hungry. I haven't had breakfast yet. I'll eat first. Wu Nian nodded and left before Gu Lingqing could reply. She saw that Lu Shuang had already taken a table full of dishes. I'll be quick. Lu Shuang smiled. I haven't been out for a long time. I miss these delicious dishes. Wu Nian was amused by Lu Shuang's cute expression. She sat down opposite her. Quick. Gu Lingqing is here. He didn't order a piece for you. I'll queue up after he leaves. What flavor do you want? I can get it myself. I saw Gu Lingqing go over immediately after you went over. What did he ask you? Lu Shuang asked worriedly. I'll answer according to what I've prepared. There won't be any problems. But today is our day. I don't want him to affect our mood. If we see him fishing, we'll go horseback riding. If we see him riding a horse, we'll go fishing or singing. We'll split up. Wu Nian suggested. You're a good sister. I didn't sacrifice my body to protect you in vain. Cheers. Lu Shuang raised his wine glass. You drove here today. Can you drink? Wu Nian stopped her. It's not like we're going to leave after this meal. I don't drink much, so I'll be able to get rid of the alcohol in 4 hours. Today, we're having a good time as sisters. Come, don't spoil the mood, Lu Shuang said casually and clinked Wu Nian's glass of red wine. She drank it all in one gulp. Wu Nian noticed something was wrong. Cool girl, is there something on your mind? Lu Shuang smiled brightly. What's on my mind? Shen Yan went abroad today. I'm happy. He doesn't allow me to drink. I'm not his pet. Even if I'm a pet, I have the freedom to teach my friends. I can even bark when I'm unhappy. Wu Nian knew that Lu Shuang was unhappy. She held Lu Shuang's hand. I'm sorry. I dragged you into this. How could you drag me into this? Shen Yan set me up 5 years ago. You're my only comfort. I feel that I still have some value. Today, I'll drink with my sister. We won't go home until we're drunk. Lu Shuang poured himself another big glass. He drank it and laughed in satisfaction. Wu Nian didn't dare to get drunk. She still had to take care of Lu Shuang. They were both drunk. Were they going crazy? Cool girl, do you remember the time we went camping together? Ma Rong and Wu Dehai were a couple at that time. They were so lovey-dovey in front of us. Wu Nian asked. I remember. The two of them were so lovey-dovey. Now that I think about it, I get goosebumps. I heard that Wu Dahai quit medicine and went into business. After that, he found a woman in her 40s as his lover. Ma Rong was furious. She had a miscarriage and was infertile. But that woman gave birth to a son for Wu Dahai. Wu Dahai moved in with that woman. I'm speechless that Ma Rong didn't want a divorce. Lu Shuang sighed. In a certain environment, anger will lead to irrationality. Unwillingness will lead to bigotry. Ma Rong thought that if she was hurt, she wouldn't get a divorce. She wouldn't give way to the woman who destroyed her family, so that they could never be together openly. But she didn't know that she was using her youth, life, and happiness to cultivate resentment and anger. In the end, she will be the one who will be unhappy for the rest of her life. Wu Nian advised. Lu Shuang held Wu Nian's hand. You used to be a psychiatrist. Are you hinting at something? Chapter 330. Hearing Gu Lingqing's voice, Wu Nian's heart skipped a beat. She was so absorbed in talking that she didn't notice that Gu Lingqing had walked over. She squinted at Gu Lingqing and nodded respectfully. I studied this subject in college because the children in the orphanage might have some psychological problems, but I'm not good at it. He, Gu Lingqing, do you think she is like Baiya? Lu Shuang laughed and poked through the thin layer of paper first. Gu Lingqing looked at Lu Shuang. She is indeed like Baiya. Her voice is similar, and her experience is similar. Baiya also studied psychology in the orphanage when she was a child. By the way, their personalities are also similar. But since you messed with one of my friends, don't mess with my other friend. Lu Shuang's eyes darkened. He warned her coldly. Cool girl. Wu Nian shouted. She stood up and smiled at Gu Lingqing apologetically. Then she said to Lu Shuang, I am now a tutor in Mr. Gu's family. Quit your job. I can still afford to support you, Lu Shuang said directly. I want to earn my own living, Wu Nian replied. Gu Lingqing looked at Wu Nian and said in a low voice, since your friend has scruples about me, then forget it. An unhappy beginning won't end well. Gu Lingqing said in a low voice, turned around, and left. Wu Nian's eyes dimmed. He sat back on the chair weakly. He looked like he was cutting the steak calmly, but in fact, his shoulders drooped like a rooster that had lost a fight. Lu Shuang understood Wu Nian's sadness. He said apologetically, did I use too much strength? Wu Nian shook her head. No, you did a very good job. You pointed it out directly, so people wouldn't think too much. Gu Lingqing must have his reasons for not hiring me. There is one thing. Lu Shuang wanted to say something but stopped. The orphanage called me today. Gu Lingqing sent his assistant to the orphanage to investigate you. Wu Nian smiled. It's reasonable. I am here to take care of his son. He often goes on business trips, so he must be worried about me. It's always good to be careful. Then what will you do now? You must want to take care of Yan, right? Lu Shuang felt sorry for Wu Nian. I can still apply to be a teacher in Yan's school. Perhaps this is the arrangement of the heavens. No matter how valiant you are, you can't change your fate. What's in your life is bound to happen, and what's in your life is always forced, Wu Nian said optimistically. Her past experience really told her not to force things. Otherwise, in the end, she would just suffer the consequences of her own actions. She raised her glass and clinked it with Lu Shuang's. I'll only drink this glass. Lu Shuang snatched the wine glass from Baiya's hand and put it on the table. I'm not drinking anymore. What's so good about red wine? It's sour and astringent. Let's eat more and go karaoke. I'll call some handsome guys to accompany us. I can sing, but not handsome men. I have a feeling that Shiniyan's spy is here. Wu Nian was worried. Lu Shuang sneered and patted the table domineeringly. So what? He, Shiniyan, has countless women. He already has a wife. He only cares about fire prevention for the officials, but he doesn't allow the common people to light lamps. Screw his stupid grandfather. That's true. Instead of spending your energy on others and living a life full of self-pity, why not spend your energy on yourself? Live however you want. Even if you're in a cage, you have to live beautifully, Wu Nian said. She picked up the glass of red wine on the table and drank it in one gulp. She didn't eat much. She only ate a piece of steak and stopped eating. She chatted with Lu Shuang and talked about the interesting things about Xiao Bao with a gentle smile on her face. Lu Shuang finished all the food on the table and held his swollen stomach. Don't you want to eat more? This piece of steak is enough for me to eat for a day. My stomach isn't good, and it hurts if I eat too much, Wu Nian said softly. Lu Shuang sighed. There are too many hormones in the drug research this time. You're eating so little, but you're still getting fatter. It's not easy for me to be alive. I don't care about my appearance and body size. But aren't you afraid that you'll become a little fat cat by eating so much? Wu Nian teased with a smile. I want to eat until I become an invincible fatty in the universe. That way, Shen Yiyan will definitely abandon me. But I'm worried that after he abandons me, he won't provide you with the drug anymore. It's so contradictory. Lu Shuang held his chin and stared at Wu Nian. I'm sorry, Lu Shuang, Wu Nian said apologetically. It's okay. Look at my mouth. I don't know how to talk. I didn't mean it that way. Don't misunderstand, Lu Shuang scratched his head and said honestly. She had known Lu Shuang for so many years. She knew Lu Shuang's character very well. He was straightforward, loyal, and carefree. He said whatever was on his mind. He didn't have many thoughts, and he wouldn't be jealous or frame others. He was a magnanimous gentleman, a pure and cute person. But in the end, she was the one who caused Lu Shuang to provoke Shen Yiyan. Cool girl, don't worry about me. Go and live the life you want, Wu Nian said in a deep voice. I'm sure my bestie will be in the life I want. Let's go and sing. Lu Shuang changed the topic cheerfully. Wu Nian nodded and they went out together. Dad, isn't that Auntie Xiaonian? Gu Yan saw Wu Nian and asked Gu Lingqing. Gu Lingqing looked at Wu Nian's back as he left. She's busy. Later, Dad will bring you to the amusement park, didn't she see me? Gu Yan asked disappointedly. Gu Lingqing squatted down in front of Gu Yan. Xiao Yan, I don't think Ms. Wu is suitable to be our family's tutor. I'll interview some other tutors tomorrow. You and Xiao Axian will come too. We'll choose one that you like, okay? Gu Yan's eyes turned red. He looked at him with his big, watery eyes. He pursed his lips and didn't say a word. Xiao Yan, do you want to eat cake? Gu Lingqing asked gently. Gu Yan nodded. Gu Lingqing patted Gu Yan's head, got up and walked towards the cake. Gu Yan turned around and ran out of the door. After he got out of the elevator, he finally saw Wu Nian. He shouted, Auntie Xiaonian, Xiaonian. Wu Nian stopped when she heard Gu Yan's voice. She turned around and saw Gu Yan running towards her. Her heart felt as if it had been hit by a fawn, and it rippled again and again. This child seems to like you very much. Is it because of the bond between mother and son? Lu Shuang sighed. Wu Nian squatted down. Gu Yan ran to her and said with red eyes, Dad said you won't be coming to my house to tutor tomorrow. Is that true? If I go to your house to tutor, I'll be your teacher. You have to call me Auntie Xiao Nian. If you don't go, we can be friends. You can just call me Xiao Nian. Xiao Yan, am I right? Wu Nian smiled lovingly. Chapter 331. She had been controlling her emotions, but because of his tears, they also became undulating. It's not impossible that we won't meet. You see, we didn't have an appointment today, but we met. It means that Xiaoyan and I are fated. Since we are fated, God will definitely let us meet again, right? Wu Nian persuaded. Xiaoyan sniffed, but his tears were still flowing. He seemed to have broken down, and with a cry, he said, I don't like Dad. Dad took me away. My parents are very sad. Now Dad wants to drive Auntie Xiaoyan away. Dad wants to drive all the people Xiaoyan likes away from Xiaoyan. I hate Dad around Yen. If you don't like your dad, can you live with your Auntie Xiaoyan in the future? Your Auntie Xiaoyan lives in the Oasis Hotel, and there is an amusement park there. Lu Shuang said directly. Cool girl. Wu Nian stopped him and said, don't talk nonsense. He is Gu Lingqing's child. Gu Lingqing is a little too much. Lu Shuang said unhappily, this child, at first glance, you can tell that he has been wronged a lot. Otherwise, why would he be so loyal to you when you treat him a little better? It's because he has been abused a lot. A little bit of warmth can make him die to chase after it. Lu Shuang's words hit the bottom of Wu Nian's heart. She had been abused in the past. Her heart was like the cold of December, and she was about to freeze to death. At this time, as long as there was a little sunshine, she would chase after it even if her body was smashed to pieces. At that time, Gu Lingqing was her sunshine. She didn't want her child to follow her old path, grow up in a family without love, and taste the warmth of a lover. I'll talk to your dad again, Wu Nian said and stood up. A soft, warm little hand took the initiative to put into her palm. Gu Yan's little action simply melted her heart. She held Gu Yan's hand and walked back to the dining room. As soon as they got out of the elevator, Gu Lingqing found that Xiao Yan was missing. She was looking for him anxiously. Seeing Wu Nian coming with Xiao Yan, her eyes became cold. You took the child away without the consent of the adults. If the circumstances are serious, I can sue you for abduction, Gu Lingqing said unhappily and walked towards them. Wu Nian was instantly annoyed. Didn't Mr. Gu know when I left? Don't you know if I kidnapped a child? Dad, I went to find Aunt Xiao Nian myself, Gu Yan explained. Xiaoyan, you go in first. Dad brought you a cake, Gu Lingqing ordered. Gu Yan looked at Wu Nian, lowered his head, and walked into the restaurant. Gu Lingqing turned around and prepared to go to the dining hall. Mr. Gu, I want to talk to you, Wu Nian shouted. Gu Lingqing didn't turn his head. I don't think it's necessary. I want to be your family's tutor. Please give me another chance. I will definitely do my best, Wu Nian threw away her pride and said. Gu Lingqing squinted at Wu Nian. I have 2 children, Xiaoyan and Xiao Axian. Tell me, which one do you like more? Wu Nian looked into his deep eyes. Her intuition told her that this question was a trap, but she couldn't see through his thoughts. I'm the tutor of your 2 children. What I need to do is to make different teaching plans according to the children's personalities. Xiaoyan is smart and well-behaved. To him, I just need to listen to him patiently, be his friend, and accompany him. To Xiao Axian, he is smart and rebellious, but he has his own ideas. I just need to follow his ideas and guide him correctly, Wu Nian explained. Gu Lingqing sneered and looked at Wu Nian coldly. I think the smart one is Mr. Wu. Answering the question and avoiding the important points is one of your strategies, right? As a teacher, I have emotions and desires. It's normal to have likes and dislikes. Isn't it fine as long as I treat my children equally? Can you be sure that the tutor you find in the future doesn't have any likes and dislikes? Wu Yan retorted. At the very least, her background will be relatively clean. Teacher Wu, ask yourself honestly, is your background clean? Gu Lingqing questioned. How is my background not clean? Wu Yan asked back with red eyes. With your current attitude towards me, we won't get along well in the future. Since we won't get along well in the future, why should we get along? I won't hire Mr. Wu to be my children's tutor. If Mr. Wu didn't hear me clearly, I can say it again. I won't hire Mr. Wu to be my children's tutor. Gu Lingqing said coldly. Wu Yan felt that she was about to explode from anger because of Gu Lingqing's gloomy personality. Give me a reason. Wu Yan held back the anger that was about to explode and said. First, as a boss, it's very likely that I fired someone because of my mood. In fact, I don't need a reason. Second, since your friend doesn't like me, if you come to my home to be a tutor, it will affect your relationship with your friend. Third, I feel that after an argument, it will leave a crack in your heart. Are you satisfied with these 3 reasons? Gu Lingqing looked at Wu Yan indifferently. She had made up her mind and wouldn't change it. Wu Yan could see Gu Lingqing's determination. She sneered and laughed. She laughed so hard that tears flowed from her eyes. She wiped her tears and said, one day, you will regret this decision today. Wu Yan turned around and entered the elevator. Gu Yan hid behind the door and eavesdropped. He leaned against the door frame and saw the elevator door close in front of him. He also cried sadly. Xiao Yan. Gu Lingqing saw Xiao Yan crying and called out worriedly. I want to go home. Xiao Yan cried until his nose was running. His eyes were red and swollen. He looked at Gu Lingqing and said with certainty, I want to go home. Gu Lingqing took a tissue and wiped Xiao Yan's tears and snot. He said lovingly, okay, let's go home. He picked up Xiao Yan. Xiao Yan was still crying. He kept repeating the same sentence, I want to go home. Gu Lingqing said goodbye to his friends and brought Xiao Axayan and Xiao Yan home. He put Xiao Yan in the back seat and Xiao Axayan got in the front passenger seat. Gu Lingqing walked past the front of the car and got in the driver's seat. He looked at the rearview mirror and didn't see Xiao Yan. He was shocked and turned to look at the back seat. Xiao Yan was gone. He got out of the car nervously and looked around. There were cars everywhere, but there was no sign of Xiao Yan. He closed the door worriedly and shouted, Xiao Yan, Xiao Yan. There was no one around to respond to him. He was anxious and said to Xiao Axayan in the car, stay in the car and don't go anywhere. I'll find your brother and bring him back. Dad, you've never been so worried about me leaving. I'm younger than my brother. Gu Ruoxin said sadly. Chapter 332. Wu Yan looked at the caller ID of Gu Lingqing. She hesitated for a moment. She was already angry, so she hung up the phone. Lu Shuang looked at Wu Yan and changed the topic with a smile. Since you don't have to work now, let's go traveling. I've thought about it. Traveling is just to see the mountains, the water, and the culture. This time, I have a long time, so I want to go to a special place. I want to see deserts and icebergs. Then let's go to Chile. Chile is the country closest to the South Pole. There are deserts in the north of Chile, and it's also close to Argentina. We can go there. Wu Yan suggested. She also wanted to go out and relax, but she was depressed by Gu Lingqing. Argentina is famous for beef, gems, football, and tango, right? Lu Shuang asked excitedly. Yes, it's a country with rich ethnic customs. Wu Nian smiled. She was locked in the ward, thinking that she was going to die. She wanted to see things that she had never seen before. So, she often watched programs that introduced the countries around the country, so she knew a little. You know a lot. We'll leave tomorrow, and I'll bring Xiao Bao with us. We'll come back after a few months. I'll pay for all the expenses. Wahahaha, a general can't obey military orders. I'll make Shinian so angry. Wahahaha. The more Lu Shuang thought about it, the happier he was. Wu Nian saw that Lu Shuang was in a good mood, so she also smiled. But there was a part of her heart that she didn't show. She didn't want Lu Shuang to worry and not have a good time. Her phone rang again. It was Gu Lingqing again. She frowned and picked it up. Is little Yen with you? Gu Lingqing asked directly. Wu Nian paused for a moment. She understood Gu Lingqing's words. Suddenly, anger rushed to her head. She widened her eyes and said worriedly, little Yen is missing again. Not with you. If she's with you and you don't tell me on purpose, I can sue you for kidnapping, Gu Lingqing said coldly. Who do you think you are, Gu Lingqing? Do you think I would dare to kidnap your child? Wu Nian angrily hung up the phone. What's wrong? Lu Shuang asked worriedly. Wu Nian looked around and said worriedly, Xiao Yan is missing. I'm worried that something might have happened to him. Let's not go karaoke for now. Let's look for him together. Oh, okay. Let's split up and call each other when we find him, Lu Shuang said readily. Yes, Xiao Yan, Xiao Yan. Wu Nian shouted. He walked towards the direction of the restaurant again, but he didn't see Xiao Yan. She asked a passerby, hello, have you seen a 7-year-old boy? He's about 1.35 meters tall and he's wearing a white short-sleeved shirt. No. The passerby shook his head. Wu Nian asked all the way to the restaurant, but Gu Yan was nowhere to be found. She then went to the fishing area to ask, afraid that Gu Yan would fall into the lake alone. Hello, have you seen a 7-year-old boy? He's about 1.35 meters tall and he's wearing a white short-sleeved shirt. He's very good-looking, Wu Nian asked the fisherman. The fisherman shook his head. Wu Nian's eyes dimmed. She raised her head and saw Gu Lingqing, who had also come to look for Gu Yan. She was angry. She rolled her eyes at Gu Lingqing and turned around, wanting to leave. She thought for a moment, took a deep breath, turned around again, and walked towards Gu Lingqing. This resort is very big. With our ability, I'm afraid it'll take some time to find him. The longer it takes, the more dangerous it will be for Xiao Yan. However, there are many security guards here. You should have Xiao Yan's photo in your phone. Please look for the security department here and ask them to help you find him. If they find Xiao Yan, give me a call, Wu Nian said coldly. You're very concerned about Xiao Yan. Gu Lingqing looked at Wu Nian suspiciously, as if she was scrutinizing something. Wu Nian sneered. Although I don't know the specific reason why you fired me, I really like Xiao Yan. I don't want anything to happen to him. I'll call you when I find him. Don't worry, I won't kidnap your child. Gu Lingqing looked at Wu Nian with a dark expression. He fired her because she was too similar to Bai Ye. Their voices were similar, their personalities were similar, and even their experiences were similar. Because there were so many similarities, he was on guard, deeply afraid that she was sent by someone with ulterior motives. Xiao Yan was his and Bai Ye's child. He didn't want anything to happen to him. To him, Wu Nian was like a ticking time bomb, a dangerous person. He couldn't take the risk. Then I'll have to trouble you, Gu Lingqing said coldly and turned around. Wu Yan looked at his handsome and heartless back. She was filled with anger. She grabbed some mud on the ground and threw it at Gu Lingqing, hitting him on the shoulder. Gu Lingqing frowned and looked at her. His gaze was even harsher. Wu Yan patted the mud on her hands and raised her chin. Since you're no longer my boss, I don't have to put up with your bad temper. She turned around. She didn't want to be angry with Gu Lingqing. It was more important to find Xiao Yan first. Gu Lingqing patted the dust on his shoulder and frowned even more. Her personality was exactly the same as Bai Ye's. Usually, she looked weak and gentle, but when she was angry, she was very tough, sharp, unyielding, and merciless. Because they were so similar, it made him more resistant. But she was right. He should go to the security department. The more anxious he was, the more chaotic it would be. At least the surveillance was useful. An hour later, Wu Yan, who was looking for Xiao Yan, received a call from Gu Lingqing. Xiao Yan is not in the park anymore. You don't have to look for him there. Wu Yan was even more worried. If he went out, it would be more dangerous. Did you check the surveillance outside? The road surveillance should be able to capture the direction he went, right? Before he left, he said he wanted to go home. I thought he meant to go home, but now that I think about it, he should be going back to his hometown in City H. I'll find him. Thank you for your hard work, Gu Lingqing said coldly and hung up the phone. Wu Yan's heart was still hanging in the air. He called Lu Shuang. Shuang girl, stop looking. Little Yan isn't here. Let's meet at the main entrance. After a while, Lu Shuang ran over, panting. That kid is not here. Where did he go? Did you find it? Wu Yan looked at Lu Shuang with red eyes, shook his head, and said sadly, Little Yan said he wanted to go home before he left. He said he wanted to go home to his hometown in H City. If Little Yan was happy with Gu Lingqing, he wouldn't want to go back to the ravine. He was with Gu Lingqing, no. Happy. When Wu Yan said this, the mist in his eyes deepened. Don't you know Gu Lingqing's character? He's quiet, cold and strict, and he's used to being high and mighty. No child would like him, Lu Shuang comforted her. Cool girl, I'm sorry. Before I find Little Yan, I'm not in the mood to travel. Wu Yan apologized. Chapter 333. Wu Yan really felt that Lu Shuang was a good person. Today, she was supposed to accompany Lu Shuang to relax, but in the end, Lu Shuang had to help her find Gu Nianji. Lu Shuang didn't complain at all when she couldn't go on a trip. She was really lucky to have such a friend. Wu Yan hugged Lu Shuang and sobbed. Thank you, Lu Shuang. Lu Shuang smiled. There's nothing to thank me for. If something happened to me today, you would have done the same for me. Maybe, you would have done it better than me. I'll go with you after we find Xiao Yan, Wu Yan promised. Come on, I know you will. Now that you know that Xiao Yan is unhappy, you can't go on a trip happily and do what you want to do. If you need help, come to me, Lu Shuang said. What about you? It's not easy for you to be free. Wu Yan was worried about Lu Shuang. I have Xiao Bao to keep me company. I won't feel lonely, Lu Shuang said. Wu Yan felt sorry and guilty for Lu Shuang. When we find Xiao Yan, I'll go with you. Lu Shuang nodded. We'll talk about it after we find him. She sent Wu Yan back. Wu Yan got out of the car and watched Lu Shuang leave. Then, she turned around and went into the hotel lobby. Xiao Nian. I've been waiting for you for a long time. Gu Yan's voice was heard as he ran toward Wu Yan. When Wu Yan saw Gu Yan's tiny figure, her heart felt like it was being stabbed by something. It was sour and painful, but there was also an indescribable feeling of being touched. It was like a flood that came crashing down, causing her mind to go blank for a period of time. She squatted on the ground. Gu Yan threw himself into her arms and said happily, "Nian Nian, I found you." Wu Nian's eyes instantly turned red, and hot liquid flowed out. He hugged Gu Yan tightly and said in a choked voice, "Why did you come to find me? How did you find me? How can you be so bold? What if you get taken away by the bad guys?" Gu Yan looked at Wu Nian happily. She wiped the tears on Wu Nian's face with her little hand and explained, "I heard from your big sister that you were staying at the Oasis Hotel, so I wrote it down. When my father wanted to take me away, I took the opportunity to get off the car. I knew that there were surveillance cameras in the parking lot, so I deliberately walked like a cat. I was lucky. Not long after, a man left, and I quietly hid in his car. He went to Shuiyu International. I asked people along the way and found the Oasis Hotel. I didn't know which room you were staying in, so I could only wait in the lobby." Wu Nian's heart ached. She caressed Xiao Yan's pink little face and said, "You can't run away from home like this in the future. It's very dangerous. What if you are really caught by the bad guys?" Gu Yan pursed her lips and smiled. She said indifferently, "I was not raised by my father. I am fine in my adoptive parents' house. At most, I will be sold once. Who knows, my adoptive parents might even love me more." "Doesn't your father love you?" Wu Nian asked with red eyes. Gu Yan shook her head and said, "Xiao Axian is enough for my father. He never asks me for anything, and I don't want to ask him for anything. If I want something, I will fight for it myself. I don't want to depend on him. That way, even if I am abandoned, I won't feel sad or tormented. I want to adapt to the environment. If I can't adapt, then I will change." Wu Nian thought of her past self and hugged Gu Yan tightly again. At that time, she didn't want to depend on anyone. She was strong and independent. She thought the same as Xiao Yan. Without dependence, even if she left, she wouldn't feel sad or tormented in the future. Xiao Yan was too much like her past self. Her heart ached for him. She felt guilty and blamed herself. She didn't want her own child to be so lonely, helpless and hopeless. "Xiao Yan's father loves you. You don't know how worried he was after you disappeared. He kept looking for you. If your father doesn't want you, why would he be so worried about you?" Wu Nian said. Gu Yan lowered her head and said softly, "Maybe he thinks that if something happens to me, he won't be able to answer to my mother." "Don't think that way. Do you know what your father said to me? He said don't let Xiao Yan be alone with Zhou Hailan. I can see that he cares about you, loves you, and protects you." Gu Yan looked at Wu Nian and said, "Are you speaking up for my father? He fired you. He framed you, wronged you, and fired you indiscriminately." Wu Nian smiled. This child was standing up for her. The world of adults is complicated. It's so complicated that sometimes adults don't understand it. However, children shouldn't be involved in the world of adults. If you want to be independent, I'll support you with both hands, but you must do it at the right age. You're still too young. It's not time for you to be independent. Then can I choose to live with the person I want to live with?" Gu Yan asked blankly. Wu Nian patted Gu Yan's head and said gently, "Let me ask you, do you think Aunt Zhou is a good person?" "No, she's actually very bad. She deliberately encouraged Xiao Axian to do bad things, so Xiao Axian is not obedient and deliberately causes trouble. I even saw Xiao Axian steal things on purpose. It's all Aunt Zhou's teaching. She said that if she does this, Dad will let them be together," Xiao Yan said with certainty. "Then do you think Xiao Axian wants to live with Aunt Zhou?" Wu Nian asked patiently. Of course. All he did was hope that Dad would visit Aunt Zhou and let Dad know that Xiao Axian needs Aunt Zhou. Then, Dad would marry Aunt Zhou, Xiao Yan said. Wu Nian smiled. Her child was really a smart child. Although he was still young, he had a clever mind. So, the child still can't tell right from wrong. Xiao Axian still thinks that his mother is the best. In fact, his mother is leading him into the abyss. If Xiao Yan wants to live with the person he wants to live with, then wait until he's 18 years old. Then, your decision will be right. Even if it's not right, you can be responsible for yourself, Wu Nian said patiently. Gu Yan still lowered his head and asked softly with red eyes, will you inform my father to pick me up? Yes. Wu Nian did not deny it. Gu Yan raised his head and looked at Wu Nian. There was a flash of confusion in his eyes. Can you lend me 500 yuan? I'll return it to you 10 times more in the future. Wu Nian guessed that he might take the money to his parents in H City. There were several results. 1. He lost his way and became a homeless person. 2. He got into an accident. 3. He returned to his hometown in H City and was picked up by Gu Lingqing. Go back to my room and rest for a while. You must be tired. I'll go out and get the money for you, Wu Nian said softly. Gu Yan entered her room obediently. Chapter 334. Wu Nian stayed at the door of the room and didn't go in. She knew that if she called Gu Lingqing, Yan would hate her in the future. However, if she didn't call Gu Lingqing, things would be more serious. 9 out of 10 things in the world wouldn't go your way. It was always like this. You couldn't have the best of both worlds. Gu Lingqing should be nearby. He would be here in 10 minutes. When he came out of the elevator, he was shrouded in murderous aura. His eyes were sharp and his face was livid. Wu Nian had a bad feeling. She went up and said, talk to Yan later. It's my business whether I talk or not. I'm afraid it has nothing to do with you, Gu Lingqing said coldly. His eyes were sharp, showing off his bad temper. Yan doesn't want to stay by your side. If you hit him, he won't want to stay by your side, Wu Nian said. If he doesn't want to stay by my side, who should he stay by? Yours. Who are you? Who are you? Gu Lingqing said angrily. I didn't say that he would stay by my side. If I really thought that, I wouldn't have called Mr. Gu to come here, Wu Nian explained. If you don't think that, how would Yan know you are here? If you are too calculative, you will only hurt yourself and others, Gu Lingqing said with disdain. I didn't tell Yan. He just heard the conversation between my friend and me. Gu Lingqing, don't be like this. Yan is still young. He can't understand the painstaking efforts of adults. You will only make him sadder, Wu Nian said. It's none of your business whether he's sad or not. Get out of the way, Gu Lingqing ordered. She didn't dare to let Gu Lingqing take Yan back now that Gu Lingqing was like this. She stood there and didn't move. Gu Yan heard the quarrel outside. He opened the door and saw Gu Lingqing. He was scared and quickly closed the door. Gu Lingqing jumped over, pushed the door open, and glanced at Gu Yan sharply. His action of closing the door undoubtedly angered Gu Lingqing even more. In order to find Gu Yan, Gu Lingqing used all his connections and mobilized a large number of people. When Gu Yan saw him, he actually closed the door. Gu Lingqing was furious and kicked the door open. Frightened, Gu Yan hid behind the bed. Wu Nian rushed in. Gu Lingqing, let's talk this out. Gu Lingqing glared at Gu Yan fiercely and said coldly, I'm disciplining my son. I don't need unimportant people to make irresponsible remarks. Come here. Gu Yan shook his head in fear. His eyes were red like a pitiful rabbit. Wu Yan recalled Gu Yan's words, I don't want to depend on him. That way, even if he abandons me, I won't feel sad or tormented. I want to adapt to the environment. If I can't adapt, then I'll change. Gu Yan was only 7 years old. He was still a child, but he said such strong words. It made her heart ache. Wu Yan rushed in front of Gu Yan and hugged him. Gu Lingqing, can you give me 5 minutes? One of you, 2 of you. Do it. Zhou Hailan did it. You do it too. Gu Lingqing said sternly. He took out his belt and looked at Gu Yan. Are you coming over or not? I don't want to go over. I want to go home. I miss my parents. I don't want to go over. Gu Yan cried sadly. Go home. Gu Lingqing was so angry that he lost his mind. He hit Gu Yan with his belt. Wu Yan took it head-on. His arm instantly turned red. Gu Lingqing did not calm down. He hit Gu Yan again and scolded, I provide you with food, shelter, and education. Isn't this your home? All of you are willful, angry, and run away from home. All kinds of people can interfere with my life. I, Gu Lingqing, want to go home. I want you 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 to find your mother. Wu Yan hugged Gu Yan tightly, withstanding the blows one after another. His back had been beaten until it was lacerated. Fortunately, he hit her. Gu Yan was still a child. His skin was thin and tender. He could not take it. However, Gu Lingqing's last sentence had hurt Gu Yan, and it had also hurt her. He wanted Gu Yan to find his mother. Did he want to beat Gu Yan to death? If he had Baiya in his heart, he would not have said that. He knew that Baiya cared about this child very much. Tears flowed down uncontrollably. Gu Yan cried bitterly. He did not beg for mercy. Instead, he became more stubborn. Just beat me to death. I want to find my mother. I don't want to stay by your side anymore. You, Xiao Axian, and Aunt Shou can live happily together. Gu Lingqing threw the belt on the ground. He went over and pulled Wu Yan away. He grabbed Gu Yan's small shoulders and pulled him aside. Do you still think you did nothing wrong? You left home for no reason. You know how worried I am. You're not worried about loving me. You're worried about beating me. I can't see your worry, Gu Yan said while crying. If I don't beat you, will I remember? I can find you once or twice. What if something happens? What's the point of finding you? Gu Lingqing said angrily. So what if something happens? If something happens, I'll go and accompany my mother. She's lonely in heaven. Xiao Yan will go and accompany her, Gu Yan said fearlessly. Gu Lingqing clenched his teeth. His eyes were misty and his redness was getting deeper. He said seriously, who said your mother is in heaven? Your mother is not dead. I've been waiting for her to come back. If you leave and something happens, you won't be able to see your mother again. You're lying, Gu Yan said, choking. I didn't lie to you. Your mother is really alive. Gu Lingqing also choked. A tear flowed from his right eye. The tear carried too much pain, longing, and helplessness. If my mother is still alive, why isn't she back yet? Xiao Yan was confused. I don't know either. But I believe that your mother will come back one day because there are people she loves and can't forget here. There are also her responsibilities and wishes, Gu Lingqing said with certainty. Xiao Yan lowered his head and cried. Wu Yan turned his face away and cried too. The bitterness in his heart was about to form a flood and drown her. Let's go home with Dad, Gu Lingqing said with a hoarse voice. Gu Yan looked at Wu Nian. Wu Nian's shirt was torn by Gu Lingqing. There were still many bloodstains on it. Dad, send Xiao Nian to the hospital first. Xiao Nian is injured, Gu Yan said with concern. Wu Nian felt even more sad. Her tears were about to burst. Her child was truly an intelligent and kind-hearted person. At this time, he still cared about others. Chapter 335. Gu Yan cried so loudly that he was very sad. Wu Nian smiled faintly. She knew that Gu Yan should have understood her hint. I want to take you to the hospital, Gu Yan said stubbornly. Gu Lingqing saw the bloody marks on Wu Nian's back and arms. He did not control the strength of his hand in anger. He knew very well how hard he had hit her. If she had not blocked it, perhaps his belt would have hit Xiao Yan's body. Xiao Yan was so small that he could not bear it at all. I'll take you to the hospital first, Gu Lingqing said in a low voice. Wu Nian wanted to refuse, but she saw Gu Yan looking at her worriedly. If she did not go to the hospital, Xiao Yan would not be at ease, so she nodded. The belt on her body became numb after being hit for a long time. At first, she did not feel much pain. But after the numbness, that kind of pain, that kind of burning, the twitching. She did not sleep well last night. She was weak and fainted in the car. She vaguely heard Xiao Yan calling her Xiao Nian's name. She had a long dream. In the dream, she stood by the window with a big belly, listening to prenatal education music, stroking her belly and humming along. At the time, her relationship with Su Jiran was at an impasse. She felt lonely and helpless all the time. Her child was her pillar of support. She knew that the child would destroy her, and she also knew how difficult it was to raise the child. But she still wanted to give birth to the child without any hesitation. Unfortunately, her child was snatched away by someone else. She was very flustered. She even thought that if the child died, she would be too lonely. She wanted to die together with him. But what if the child did not die? Where was the child? She felt sad, desperate, and in pain. When she woke up crying, the pillow was more than half wet. Xiao Nian, you are in pain, aren't you? Gu Yan's voice was heard. Wu Nian came back to his senses and looked at Gu Yan, who was beside the bed. Tears were still hanging from the corners of his eyes. He smiled and asked softly, Little Yan, why are you here? Dad and I sent you to the hospital, but you were unconscious. When the nurse applied medicine on your back was covered in injuries. It's all my fault. 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 Gu Yan apologized. I don't blame you. I took the initiative. I know you have your own thoughts. There are a lot of things that you can't control and grasp. Remember Auntie's words. You must grow up safely, okay? Wu Nian asked. He didn't notice that his tears were still flowing. You must be in a lot of pain. Let me blow it for you, Gu Yan said considerately. He lifted the clothes on Wu Nian's back and blew it. The warm wind flowed through her wounds. Even if it couldn't alleviate the pain, it warmed her heart. Little Yan, Auntie really doesn't hurt anymore. It really doesn't hurt. It's late now. You should go home and rest, Wu Nian said softly. No, I told Dad that I will stay and take care of you tonight, Gu Yan said with certainty. Oh, by the way, Wu Nian looked around and didn't see Gu Lingqing. He asked, Where's your dad? Dad went to buy dinner. He will be back soon, Gu Yan had just finished speaking when Gu Lingqing appeared at the door with a plastic bag. He looked at Wu Nian with a strange expression. He put the plastic bag on the bedside table and said, "I'll call the nurse over. I'll pay for all the expenses. I'll also compensate you for the psychological damage. How much do you want? You didn't hit me. I was the one who wanted to be hit. It has nothing to do with Mr. Gu. As for the nurse, there's no need for that. You can call my friend to come. Bring little Yen home and let little Yen have a good rest," Wu Nian said coldly. "I bought mullet soup, shredded carrots, and tomato eggs. I won't bother you anymore," Gu Lingqing said in a professional manner and held Gu Yan's hand. Gu Yan hid his hand behind his back instinctively. "I have to take care of Xiao Nian. Xiao Nian got hurt because of me. You know it's because of you. You shouldn't cause more trouble. Let's go. I'll bring you to see her tomorrow." "It's fine if you don't want to come tomorrow," Gu Lingqing compromised. "I want to come," Gu Yan said immediately. "Then say goodbye to your Auntie Xiao Nian," Gu Lingqing said in a deep voice. Gu Yan looked at Wu Nian and said reluctantly, "If you want me to stay with you, I can talk to my father again." Wu Nian was touched by Gu Yan's warmth. He smiled and said, "You should go back and have a good rest. Come and take care of me tomorrow. You need enough sleep to have a good rest. Only after you have a good rest will you have the energy to take care of me, understand?" "Got it," Gu Yan said obediently and walked to Gu Lingqing. Gu Lingqing held Gu Yan's hand. This time, Gu Yan didn't refuse. They walked out of the ward. Gu Yan said, "Dad, don't be against Xiao Nian. I want to marry Xiao Nian in the future. She risked her life to protect me. When I grow up, she will definitely love me very much. She's 20 years older than you. You two are not suitable for each other." Gu Lingqing refused coldly. Gu Yan sneered and walked away with his head down. He said, "Don't worry. I'm just telling you. When I grow up, you can't stop me." Gu Lingqing didn't know what to say. Why did he feel that the well-behaved Gu Yan was even more rebellious than Gu Ruoxin? After Gu Lingqing and Gu Yan left, Wu Nian didn't call Lu Shuang to come. Lu Shuang had to take care of Xiao Bao at night. It was already hard enough. She couldn't bear to let Lu Shuang worry about her. It was just a superficial wound. She could endure it. She ate the food that Gu Lingqing brought. She brushed her teeth and washed her face. She didn't take a shower. She just cleaned her body. She felt dizzy and lay on the bed. After a while, she fainted again. When she woke up, it was already dawn. The sun was a little dazzling, so she closed her eyes again. "You're so badly injured. Are you not going to tell me?" Lu Shuang's voice rang out. Wu Nian looked at Lu Shuang in surprise. He opened his eyes wide and asked, "Why are you here?" "I called you in the morning. You were unconscious. The nurse answered the phone, so I came immediately." "How did you get so badly injured?" Lu Shuang asked in confusion. "I fell. I'm fine." Wu Nian smiled. Lu Shuang pursed his lips and said unhappily, "I just read the news today. A female university student committed suicide. She had good grades, was optimistic, and helped others. She often had dinner with her friends. She got along well with others and had a happy family. No one knew why she committed suicide. Her mother cleaned up her room and saw her writing 'I'm fine' on a piece of paper. She turned the paper over and saw the word 'save' on the back of the paper. Me. Wu Nian, are you really okay?" Chapter 336. Wu Yan knew that Lu Shuang was worried about her. That was why he got angry and spoke harshly to her. It's not what you think. Yan came to me yesterday. Then Gu Lingqing was angry. When she hit Yan, I was protecting her and she hit me by accident. Wu Yan explained softly. You can be injured all over if you are not careful. Sister, you can't see your back, and I can't either. You are lying. Lu Shuang was annoyed. Seeing that Lu Shuang was serious, Wu Yan sat up and held Lu Shuang's hand. Believe me, I am fine. Hurry up and look at yourself in the mirror. Your eyes are still red and swollen. You have had surgery on your eyes. You are hurting yourself by crying like this. Lu Shuang urged Wu Yan and helped her up. Wu Yan went to the washroom and looked at her red and swollen eyes. She had cried too much last night. No wonder Lu Shuang didn't believe that she was fine. Wu Yan sighed. She brushed her teeth, washed her face, combed her hair, and came out. Lu Shuang waited outside and sighed. He couldn't bear to blame her anymore. What are you going to do next? Next, I don't want to think about anything else. I just want to accompany my good sister on a happy trip. Wu Yan said with a smile. When we come back from the trip, I will ask Shani Yan to tell her that you can teach in Yan's school. Lu Shuang continued Wu Yan's words. Wu Yan looked at Lu Shuang gratefully, but she also felt a little guilty. Thank you. Lu Shuang put his arm around Wu Yan's shoulder. You are welcome to trouble me. I will be angry if you don't trouble me. Don't be alone when you are sick. I only have you now, and you only have me. Do you understand? Wu Yan nodded and said worriedly, do you want to reconcile with your parents? After all, it's not your fault. You were forced to do this. Don't. If they knew that Shaniyan and I have this kind of relationship, they would probably die of anger. Besides, falling out with them is also to protect them, in case Shaniyan does something to my parents. Sai, let's not talk about this anymore. I'll go buy breakfast for you. Lu Shuang walked towards the door. Wu Yan held Lu Shuang's arm and said, I should be able to leave the hospital now. Let's go together. All right. Wu Yan went out to find a doctor to write his discharge summary. She dialed Gu Lingqing's number. Hello, Mr. Gu, this is Wu Yan. What is it? Gu Lingqing asked coldly. Hearing his tone, her heart turned cold. She said in a low voice, I'm going through the discharge procedures now. You don't have to come over. I'm already at the door. Tell Xiao Yan. Gu Lingqing hung up the phone after he finished speaking. Wu Yan glanced at his phone. Gu Lingqing's bad temper was really stubborn. He was the one who was wrong. Fine, he was still acting all high and mighty. Wu Yan took a deep breath to regulate her emotions. Go back and drink more water. The wound has already scabbed. If it's itchy, try not to scratch it. I've prescribed some vitamins for you to relieve the itching symptoms. Also, don't drink alcohol and eat spicy food. If you have any symptoms of fever, see a doctor immediately, the doctor said. Okay. Thank you, doctor. Wu Yan took the discharge summary and went back to the ward. When she passed the elevator, she saw Gu Lingqing and Xiao Yan coming out. Xiao Yan. Gu Yan shouted happily and ran towards Wu Yan. Gu Lingqing frowned slightly. She pulled Gu Yan back and reminded, Auntie. The corners of Wu Yan's mouth curled up as he answered, yes. Gu Lingqing was speechless. He looked at Wu Yan. Wu Yan's eyelids drooped as he looked at him lazily with a hint of provocation. Gu Lingqing was displeased. Don't you have something to tell Xiao Yan? Wu Yan's eyes dimmed. No matter how he provoked her, she would not be able to defeat him. So what if she had vented her anger? She still had to face the predicament. She squatted down in front of Gu Yen and said gently, "Xiao Yan, I'm fine now. I'll be discharged soon. Don't worry about me. You'll be starting school tomorrow. Study hard and improve every day." Xiao Yan looked at Gu Lingqing and asked pitifully, "Are you really not going to hire Xiao Yan? She's not suitable." "Dad will find you a better one," Gu Lingqing said coldly and resolutely. Wu Nian stood up expressionlessly. "Ha!" Lu Shuang sneered. "I was wondering why he wasn't back yet. Turns out he met a beast." Gu Lingqing glanced at Lu Shuang sharply. "Then you should have asked your friend to stay away from me. What I regret the most is that I didn't ask Baiya to stay away from you. If it wasn't for you, she might not have died," Lu Shuang said angrily. "She's dead in your hearts, but not in mine," Gu Lingqing said coldly. "You'll regret what you did today one day," Lu Shuang said meaningfully. "Really?" Gu Lingqing asked and held Gu Yan's hand. "Xiao Yan, we should go." Gu Yan looked at Wu Nian. Wu Nian looked at him with a gentle smile. Gu Yan lowered his head and followed Gu Lingqing into the elevator. He turned around and looked at Wu Nian again. Wu Nian was still looking at him with a smile. She waited for the elevator door to close in front of her. "If Gu Lingqing knows that you're Lu Shuang." Wu Nian interrupted Lu Shuang, looked at her and reminded, "Don't have such thoughts. Promise me, he will never know. Even if he knows, you won't tell him." Lu Shuang sighed. "Let's go. We'll have breakfast first and then send you back to the hotel. I'll go back and make some arrangements. We'll leave for Chile tomorrow. The hotel should have a buffet breakfast at this time. Let's eat in the hotel." Lu Shuang sent Wu Nian to the hotel. When they passed the lobby, the receptionist stopped Wu Nian. "Miss Wu, you paid for your room on Saturday. Are you still going to check in today? Didn't I use my credit card? Can't I just stay for a few days and pay the bill for a few days?" Wu Nian was puzzled. "No, a man paid the bill for you until Saturday," the receptionist explained. Wu Nian understood. She and Gu Lingqing had agreed to go to work on Sunday. Gu Lingqing paid for her on Saturday. He was probably investigating her spending power. "Got it. I'll stay for one more night. I'll check out tomorrow," Wu Nian said in a low voice. "A man paid for you. Who is he?" Lu Shuang asked nosily. Wu Nian glanced at Lu Shuang. "Gu Lingqing." "Oh, him. Then I don't look forward to it at all." Lu Shuang sighed again. They walked to the elevator. Ding! The elevator rang. Su Jiran came out of the elevator with a beautiful woman in his arms. Chapter 337. Aren't you shocked? Her voice is exactly the same as Bai Ye's, Lu Shuang said with a smile and looked at Su Jiran meaningfully. Su Jiran looked at Lu Shuang and a lot of information flashed through his mind. Was it Shen Yan who took Bai Ye away? After Bai Ye disappeared, one of my researchers also disappeared. If Bai Ye has been taking the medicine, it's possible for her to survive. You have a rich imagination. Don't try to do anything to my friend, Lu Shuang warned and pulled Wu Nian into the elevator. Su Jiran's chest was moving up and down violently. He looked at Wu Nian's expressionless face. Shock, and in the shock, there was also joy in his subconscious. Wu Nian raised his eyes and looked at Su Jiran. His calm eyes were calm. The elevator door closed. Su Jiran's ability is higher than Gu Lingqing's. I was scared to death just now. Touch it, my palms are sweaty, Lu Shuang said with lingering fear. It's useless to be afraid. The calmer you are, the less suspicious he will be. Besides, my bone marrow has been changed. As long as we don't admit it, he will never be able to prove that I am Baiya, Wen Yan said rationally. Stay away from him. In my opinion, Su Jiran is scarier than Gu Lingqing. Gu Lingqing would rather hurt himself than Baiya, but Su Jiran would rather hurt Baiya than let someone take her away. Besides, you have disappeared for 2 years. Gu Lingqing is still alone, and the women around Su Jiran change every day. No, Gu Lingqing is not alone. He has 2 sons. One of them is not yours. It belongs to Zhou Hailan, and he is no longer your lover. Shuang complained. His and Zhou Hailan's child didn't go through that kind of method. The child directly adopted his DNA. You can't blame him, Wen Yan explained. Look, you're still speaking up for Gu Lingqing. Weren't you quite fierce to him in the hospital just now? Lu Shuang scolded. That's a different matter. What I said is the truth. All right, let's not talk about this anymore. Let's have breakfast first. Wen Yan changed the topic and looked at the red numbers above the elevator. You can check out after breakfast. Stay at my place today so that Su Jiran won't bother you at night, Lu Shuang suggested. Wen Yan nodded. After breakfast, he returned to his room, packed his luggage, and went to the front desk to check out. She went to Lu Shuang's place. Lu Shuang lived in a villa on the hillside. It was a 1-kilometer road from the iron fence to the entrance of the villa. There were 10 guards at the entrance who took turns to change shifts. Within a radius of 10 kilometers, there were real-time surveillance cameras to ensure the safety of a big shot. This place seemed to be heavily guarded. For Lu Shuang, it was just a bigger cage. What do you want for lunch? I'll cook for you, Wen Yan said softly. I really miss your red braised pork and Korean palace cuisine. Later, I'll go to the fridge and have a look. There should be a lot of fresh ingredients. They buy them every day, Lu Shuang said as she stopped at the iron fence. The soldiers would check carefully to make sure that there were no dangerous items or people in the car. Lu Shuang drove to the villa. From afar, Wen Yan heard Xiao Bao's babbling voice. Wen Yan's heart softened a little. In Lu Shuang's villa, there was a housekeeper, a chef, 2 people who took care of Xiao Bao, and 2 people who cleaned the house. The people who cleaned the house were also responsible for the garden. Lu Shuang glanced at Wen Yan and raised his eyebrows. Wen Yan understood and nodded. Shen Yiyan would not allow Lu Shuang to take Xiao Bao away. So many people here seemed to be taking care of her and Xiao Bao, but in fact, they were all Shen Yiyan's people. They had to monitor them. Baby, do you miss your mother? Lu Shuang reached out to Xiao Bao. Xiao Bao immediately reached out to Lu Shuang for a hug. Xiao Bao was now 15 months old. He had learned how to walk, although he still stumbled. He could say some 2-word words, such as mom, dad, auntie, grandma, uncle, and so on. He could also say verbs such as want, eat, and play. He was pink and tender, just like Lu Shuang. He looked exactly the same as Lu Shuang when he was young. The only difference was his gender. Wen Yan stood aside and watched Lu Shuang play with Xiao Bao. She smiled. She missed Xiao Yan's childhood. Seeing such a big Xiao Bao acting cute, her heart softened. Lu Shuang played with Xiao Bao for a while and looked at the chef. Henny, you don't need to prepare my lunch today. My friend will do it for me. You just need to prepare others and Xiao Bao's. Henny nodded, indicating that he understood. He went into the kitchen. Let's go and see what ingredients we have. Lu Shuang carried Xiao Bao to the fridge. Wen Yan opened the fridge. There's pork, chicken feet, and breast. I'll make you braised pork, boiled chicken feet, and curry chicken cubes. How about that? I want to eat now. You know, although Henny is from country A, he has been in France for several years. The dishes he makes are all French. I'm not used to it, Lu Shuang complained. Do you want to talk to Shani Yen and get a chef from country A? Wu Nian suggested. Shani Yen likes country A. He's so picky. I don't know how his wife can stand him. Lu Shuang rolled his eyes. Eat, eat, eat. Xiao Bao pointed at the Yangla milk in the fridge with his small finger. He was drooling. Hey, you little glutton. I don't know who you look like, but you're drooling when you talk, Lu Shuang said suspiciously, but he still patiently wiped the corner of Xiao Bao's mouth with a tissue. Wu Nian glanced at Lu Shuang. Who does he look like? Hee, isn't he a copy of her? She took out the Yangla milk from the fridge. This needs to be heated up for the young master to drink. And Yang, who was taking care of Xiao Bao, immediately took the Yangla milk from Wu Nian's hands. Lu Shuang shrugged. Let her heat it up. I'll feed it. Xiao Bao likes his mother more. Am I right, Xiao Bao? Xiao Bao's eyes were fixed on the Yangla milk. He licked his lips with his red tongue, looking exceptionally adorable. Lu Shuang tapped Xiao Bao's nose. You, whoever has milk is your mother. What should I do with you? Xiao Bao is still young, Wu Nian said softly. Lu Shuang handed the child over to Aunt Zhang, who was taking care of Xiao Bao. He pulled Wu Nian into the room and closed the door. He said softly, for safety reasons, I'll book another plane ticket tonight. It's not enough. We'll have to transfer to country X. Is that okay? Wu Nian nodded. Understood. In order to not arouse the suspicion of the security guards, I'll put my luggage in your luggage. When we arrive at country X, I'll buy more. Then, we'll have fun for a month before coming back, Lu Shuang imagined. Got it. I'll go to the kitchen to cook first. Don't do anything special today, in case others get suspicious, Wu Nian instructed. Her phone rang. It was Gu Lingqing again. Why would Gu Lingqing call her again? Chapter 338. Xiao Nian, it's me, Xiao Yan. I stole my dad's phone to call you. My dad is in a video conference. Gu Nianji lowered her voice. When Wu Nian heard Gu Yan's voice, her heart warmed as if she was basking in the sun in winter. She couldn't help but smile. What are you doing now? What are you having for lunch? Wu Nian asked with concern. I'm calling you now. I don't know what to have for lunch. Dad will probably take us to a restaurant. Xiao Nian, can I call you often? Gu Yan asked carefully. Of course. After Wu Nian said that, she thought for a moment. You'll be found out sooner or later if you use your dad's phone. It's not safe. I'll go to your house in the afternoon and put the new phone in the shoe cabinet outside your door. You can take it secretly. You can call me when you're not in class. I'll save my phone number inside and help you register a QQ account. That way, we can have a video conference. Yay, that's great. That's a great idea. I'll return the phone now, Gu Yan said happily. Okay. Wu Nian hung up. Lu Shuang had been sizing up Wu Nian. He raised his eyebrows. That kid called you? Yeah. I didn't expect it either. Wu Nian's eyes were smiling. I'm going out this afternoon. Lend me your car. You two really are like mother and son, said Lu Shuang with a sigh. That kid just got to know you, and he already likes you so much. She looked at Xiao Bao, her eyes shining with a dark light. Wu Yan held Lu Shuang's hand. You and Xiao Bao won't be separated. He, I hope so. Lu Shuang took another deep breath. He walked to Xiao Bao and rubbed Xiao Bao's pink cheeks. If possible, I want to give him an ordinary family. Because the room was full of Shaniyan's people, Wu Yan didn't say anything. If he said too much, Lu Shuang would be too arrogant, which would be disadvantageous to her. Wu Yan went into the kitchen and prepared lunch. After eating, she drove Lu Shuang's car out. She first applied for a new SIM card at the mobile business hall and bought a new phone. She entered her number and saved it. She also registered a new QQ, called Unforgettable. After everything was done, he put his phone on silent mode, put it in his bag, and drove to Gu Lingqing's house. When she got out of the car, she was afraid that she would bump into Gu Lingqing in the elevator. She couldn't explain herself, so she deliberately took the stairs. At the staircase to the 9th floor she saw 4 men standing at the top of the stairs, staring at Gu Lingqing's house furtively. She had a bad feeling in her heart. She purposely walked to the door opposite Gu Lingqing's and knocked on the door. A beautiful girl opposite opened the door and looked at Wu Yan suspiciously. What's the matter? I'm here to pick up a package. Wu Yan said. No one in my house needs a package. The girl asked in confusion. Wu Yan took a step back and tilted her head to look at the house number. Sorry, I got the wrong house. She knocked on Gu Lingqing's door again. It was Gu Yan who opened the door. He looked at Wu Yan in surprise. When he was about to say something, Wu Yan interrupted loudly. Little boy, I'm here to pick up a package. Are your parents home? Package? Gu Yan was puzzled and looked at Wu Yan blankly. Wu Yan entered the door and said to Gu Yan in a low voice, close the door. Gu Yan obediently closed the door. Xiao Yan, why are you back? Wu Yan stuffed the phone into Gu Yan's hand. Hide it. When Gu Lingqing came out of the study, Wu Yan immediately stood in front of Gu Yan, blocking Gu Lingqing's sight. Because of her guilty conscience, her face was as red as a peach. Why are you here? Gu Lingqing asked suspiciously. When I went back yesterday, I found that the earring was missing. I guessed that it might have fallen in your house, so I came to look for it. By the way, when I came up the stairs, I saw 2 people sneaking around at the entrance of the corridor. They were staring at your door. You'd better find someone to check it out. Wu Yan said the main point of her knocking on the door. If she hadn't found that there was something strange outside, she would have just put the phone in the shoe cabinet outside and left. You climbed the stairs to the 9th floor. Gu Lingqing squinted his eyes and examined her. Wu Yan saw that he didn't trust her and was a little annoyed. She really didn't know what was good for her. I usually climb the stairs to lose weight. Now that your house is being monitored, this is the main point. It's up to you whether you want to investigate or not. Also, call me when you find the earring. I have something to do, so I'll leave first. Wu Yan turned around. Gu Lingqing sneered. You're young, but you have a big temper. Look for it yourself. If you can't find it, your earring won't be here. Wu Yan looked at him. I'm sorry, I'm already 28. I'm not young anymore. Gu Lingqing looked at her calmly. You also know that you're not young anymore, but you're still so hot-tempered. Didn't your past experiences and hardships teach you to be calm? Have you fed them to the dogs? Wu Yan pursed her lips tightly. She felt that there was a fire rising in her, and there were flames dancing in her eyes. He was scolding her in a roundabout way. He had a problem with her, and whatever she said was wrong. The older she got, the thinner her skin became, and the stronger her self-esteem became. She felt really pissed off, but there was a pent-up anger in her chest that she could not find an outlet for. She did not wear earrings in the first place, and looking for the earring was just an excuse. She did not want to stay there any longer, so she turned around and headed to the kitchen to look for it symbolically. From the corner of her eye, she caught sight of Gu Lingqing at the entrance of the kitchen. Since it's not here, it shouldn't have fallen here. Gu Lingqing reached out and pinched her earlobe. Wen Yan felt a sharp pain on her ear as she instinctively slapped his hand away and glared at him in displeasure. Gu Lingqing was still holding an earring in his hand as he handed it over to her. Xiao Nian said that there's a pair of earrings in my room. The kids must have seen it and taken it to play with. Wen Yan scoffed out. She did not wear earrings at all, and she did not think that given her current relationship with Gu Lingqing, he would go out of his way to buy a pair of earrings for her. As for the kids taking it to play with, that was even more impossible. Xiao Yan and Ruoxin were both boys, so why would they play with earrings? Since the earring had fallen in his room, that woman's relationship with him was probably close enough for them to enter the bedroom, or at least, have an even more intimate relationship. Wen Yan took off the earring and returned it to Gu Lingqing. I'm sorry, this pair of earrings isn't mine. Gu Lingqing furrowed his brows. If it wasn't hers, then whose was it? Zhou Hailan did not wear earrings because his skin was prone to allergies. Wen Yan walked past him coldly and stopped in her tracks. There were some things that had to be said. She glanced at Gu Lingqing. Mr. Gu is in the prime of his life, and he's been widowed for many years. It's normal for him to have some physiological needs. But, after all, you have 2 kids in such a small place, and it's not suitable for you to live at home. I suggest that you go to a hotel to relieve yourself. Chapter 339. What does it have to do with you? What does it have to do with you? Along the way, Wen Yan kept thinking about this sentence. She felt sour, angry, and speechless. She felt like she was being pressed by a mountain, and her whole body was trembling. Yes, what does it have to do with me? Even if she was Baiya, she and Gu Lingqing were divorced. It had nothing to do with her what kind of woman Gu Lingqing was looking for. Moreover, she was Wen Yan now. Yet, she still felt sad. Her eyes were stinging, and she wanted to cry. It was so hard to suppress it. She parked the car by the side and leaned on the steering wheel to ease her agitated mood. Knock, knock, knock. There was a knock on the window. Wen Yan looked up and saw it was the traffic police. She opened the window. The traffic police saw that she didn't look well. Are you okay? Did you drink and drive? You can't park here. I didn't drink and drive. I just felt a little uncomfortable just now. I feel much better now. I'll drive away right away, Wen Yan said softly. The traffic police saw that her attitude was good, so they let her go. When Wen Yan returned to Lu Shuang's place, it was already 17:00 in the afternoon. Why did you take so long to send me a phone? I was going to call the police if you didn't come back, Lu Shuang said worriedly. There was a small accident, and I was delayed. I'm sorry, Wen Yan said worriedly. You will move out tomorrow. Don't you want to stay a few more nights? Xiao Bao and I will miss you very much, Lu Shuang said deliberately in front of the housekeeper and the housekeeper. Wen Yan smiled. She immediately understood Lu Shuang's purpose. I've troubled you enough today. By the way, let's take Xiao Bao to the amusement park tomorrow. I know a pretty good amusement park with good hygiene and environment. Wen Yan cooperated and said. That's right. Okay. Lu Shuang held Xiao Bao's soft hand and teased Xiao Bao. Xiao Bao must be bored at home. Tomorrow, Auntie will take us out to play. Madam, it's too hot outside. Young master needs to take an afternoon nap. It's not appropriate for him to go out and play, Aunt Zhang advised. Lu Shuang looked at Wu Nian. Is the playground you mentioned indoor or outdoor? I won't go to the outdoor one. It's too hot. Xiao Bao is still Xiao Bao's baby. It's outdoors. It's not far from the hotel I'm staying at tomorrow. We can rest in my hotel after dinner, suggested Wu Nian. The food outside is not clean. Young master is not at the age where he can eat whatever he wants, Aunt Zhang objected again. Then just prepare more milk powder, rice paste, and baby's happy meal. Anyway, little Bao only eats these things at home. Lu Shuang's face turned sullen. Young master is still young. No matter how fun the playground is, it's not suitable for him. Lu Shuang was annoyed. Are you done yet? As Xiao Bao's mother, I want to take Xiao Bao out to play. It's not up to you, the nanny, to say anything. I'll take responsibility if anything happens. You're not the one who says you'll take responsibility. Sir has instructed that you can go out for a day or two, but Xiao Bao is not allowed to go out casually, Aunt Zhang said with her head lowered. Lu Shuang understood. She picked up her phone and called Shiniyan. Shiniyan hung up and didn't pick up. Lu Shuang called again. She didn't care if Shiniyan had something important to do or if she hated her. She couldn't wait for Shiniyan to hate her and ask her to get lost. She called Shiniyan continuously. On the fourth call, Shiniyan answered. What's wrong, baby? I'm at the reception now. It sounded like Shiniyan was in a good mood. She didn't lose her temper. Lu Shuang shuddered. Who's your baby? Don't be so disgusting. Shiniyan chuckled and asked knowingly, who made you angry? Lu Shuang took a deep breath and tried to calm herself down. I'm going to take Xiao Bao and Wu Nian to the playground tomorrow. When I come back at night, let me and Xiao Bao out. Okay. Take Aunt Zhang and Aunt Yang with you. They'll help you take care of Xiao Bao. You'll have time to chat with your best friend, Shiniyan said straightforwardly. Lu Shuang pursed her lips tightly. She didn't want Aunt Zhang and Aunt Yang to go with her. They were there to keep an eye on her. She wanted to go abroad with Wu Nian for a month. But if she said directly that she didn't want to take them with her, Shiniyan would definitely be suspicious. Why don't you say anything? Are you not satisfied with my arrangement? Don't tell me you have other plans. When she said the last sentence, Shiniyan's tone became cold. Lu Shuang felt his blood run cold. Shiniyan had been a bad girl since she was a child. She didn't have any accidents when she grew up. Since you've arranged it like this, even if I don't like it, can you change it according to my preferences? Lu Shuang asked. No. Shiniyan refused directly. But you can ask me for a gift. I'll give it to you when I return home. Will you give me any gift I want? Lu Shuang asked again. Of course not. In fact, you can only take whatever gift I give you. Hee hee. Shiniyan's mood brightened. Hee hee. Lu Shuang also laughed. His laughter was cold, with a bit of mockery and perfunctory tone. She directly hung up the phone. Pooh. I don't care what you give me. Wu Nian looked at Lu Shuang worriedly. He didn't agree. He agreed. Let Aunt Zhang and Aunt Yang go with us. Lu Shuang helplessly held Wu Nian's hand and ordered Henny, send dinner to my room. Yes. She took Wu Nian to the room, locked the door, and complained, Shiniyan is a fascist. He deliberately asked Aunt Zhang and Aunt Yang to spy on us. What a jerk. Tomorrow, you take Xiao Bao to the toilet and then leave through the elevator. Wait for me at the airport. I wonder why you haven't come back yet. It's better to do it half an hour before boarding the plane. That way, it'll be easier for you to run away. Wu Nian suggested. That's the only way. What about the luggage? Are you going to check into the hotel first and then check out? Lu Shuang asked. Let's go to the amusement park first. You guys play first. I said I'm going to the hotel, but in fact, I'm going to check my luggage at the airport. I remember that the airport doesn't allow big things to be brought on the plane, and the check-in has to be done 1 hour in advance. Lu Shuang thought for a while. Forget it. We'll just carry a backpack for summer clothes. When we arrive in Country X, we'll buy new clothes. It'll save us some trouble. That's good. Go to bed early tonight. Tomorrow, we'll have the chance to escape and then go abroad to make trouble. Wu Nian lay on Lu Shuang's bed. Go abroad to make trouble. I like this sentence. Lu Shuang also lay next to Wu Nian with a smile and turned on the TV. The news was on. Chapter 340. What's wrong? Lu Shuang asked worriedly. Room 901, Block 82 of Wisteria Garden is where Gu Lingqing lives. Wu Nian murmured. Her heart was beating fast, and the person she met at the entrance of the corridor flashed through her mind. She felt restless, got up from the bed, and subconsciously dialed Gu Lingqing's number. She wanted to know if they were safe. The phone rang, and she remembered Gu Lingqing's words, "What does it have to do with you?" She hung up the phone again. Not only would Gu Lingqing not tell her, but he would also scold her, and even suspect her. Maybe she should call Xiao Yan. But if Xiao Yan was by Gu Lingqing's side, wouldn't she be exposed? The phone rang. She saw that it was Gu Lingqing calling back. Her back stiffened, and she swallowed her saliva. What's the matter? Gu Lingqing asked coldly. His voice was low and hoarse, as if he was suppressing his temper that was about to explode. That. Have you found the owner of the earring? Wu Nian found a topic and asked. The girl opposite me. She came to play last time and left it at my place. Gu Lingqing said in a low voice. Oh. Wu Nian answered, lowered her eyes, and thought of the beautiful girl opposite Gu Lingqing's house. She would come to his room to play. It seemed that they had a good relationship. Is there anything else? No more hanging up. Gu Lingqing said coldly and harshly. She heard the impatience in his tone. He was already impatient with her, so why was she afraid that he would suspect her? I saw the news on TV that your house was on fire. Is your family okay? First of all, the fire at my house has nothing to do with you. Secondly, don't you think that you care too much? With your identity, even if my house is on fire, the safety of my family has nothing to do with you. Gu Lingqing said coldly. Wu Nian held the phone tighter. She took a deep breath, and then another deep breath. She knew that she would get such an answer when she called Gu Lingqing. Seeing that she informed him that he was being monitored, he shouldn't have such an attitude. Unfortunately, there was no such thing as should or shouldn't in this world. The only thing that mattered was whether others wanted to or not. I really don't see eye to eye with you. Wu Nian hung up the phone and threw it on the bed. Lu Shuang looks at Wu Nian. Are you mad at Gu Lingqing again? Gu Lingqing's personality is like that. Back then, when I was in the military, I always took a detour when I saw him from afar. His temper is unusually bad. I really don't understand how you could fall in love with someone like him. He's a little gentler. It doesn't match at all. Wu Nian lowered her eyes. The scene of him sacrificing himself to save her flashed across her mind, and the scene of him smiling at her. Her emotions gradually calmed down. He treats me well, Wen Yan said softly and sat next to Lu Shuang. He. Lu Shuang denied it with a smile. He placed his hand on Wen Yan's shoulder and said bluntly, "That's because the Su Jiran you met was worse. So, as long as there's a man who's slightly better than Su Jiran, you'll feel good." Wen Yan's eyes became misty. She fell onto the bed and stared at the white ceiling. Was it because she and Gu Lingqing hadn't seen each other for too long? It had been so long that she had forgotten how much they loved each other in the past. Her heart was aching because of the memories, the reality, and the helplessness. It was so painful that she closed her eyes. Tears flowed out and wet her cheeks. "Xiao Bai, are you crying? Are you still in love with Gu Lingqing?" Lu Shuang asked, his heart aching. Wen Yan opened her eyes. Her eyes were red. She smiled. "I'm crying because I'm reminded of the past. There's no love in my heart anymore. You know. Don't be so pessimistic. There's a cure for your illness. You had to take injections every month in the beginning. Now, you don't have to take injections for half a year. Science is improving. As for your physique, you'll slim down after you stop taking the injections. I think you're much thinner than you were 2 months ago." Lu Shuang encouraged. Wen Yan smiled. She didn't care about her physique or her appearance. She wanted to be healthy. But if she couldn't even be healthy, she would just go with the flow. She wouldn't force it. After experiencing life and death a few times, she might have seen through it. Her phone rang. She saw that it was Gu Lingqing and picked it up suspiciously. "What's wrong?" "I feel that there's still something unsaid," Gu Lingqing said in a low voice. "Say it. You won't be able to hear anything good from Mr. Gu." Wen Yan was mentally prepared. "Today, a girl from the other side came over to play. I went to deal with the people who were watching me outside. The girl made wontons for the children, but I forgot about it and caused a fire. Fortunately, it's not serious. Thank you for telling me that there's someone watching me. But this matter ends here. In the future, there's no need to contact me again," Gu Lingqing said coldly. "Got it." Wen Yan hung up the phone in front of him and pulled Gu Lingqing's number into the blacklist. Lu Shuang looked at Wen Yan. "Are you sure you won't contact him again?" "I came back to take care of Xiao Yan. Not seeing Gu Lingqing might be a good thing," Wen Yan said calmly. Lu Shuang hugged Wen Yan's shoulders tightly, as though she was giving her a powerful comfort. "You will find someone better, someone more suitable for you. After suffering comes happiness. In the future, there will definitely be a man as gentle as water who will care for you and protect you." Wen Yan just smiled. She really couldn't love anymore, but Lu Shuang meant well. She didn't want Lu Shuang to worry. Henny sent their dinner to the room. After they finished eating, they coaxed the child for a while. When the child went to sleep, they went to sleep too. Wen Yan lay in bed for 2 hours, but she couldn't fall asleep. She didn't want to wake Lu Shuang up by tossing and turning, so she got up and went out. She sat at the door and looked up at the sky. There was no moon or stars in the sky. It was close to September, and there was still the warmth of summer. The chirping of the insects was especially loud in the quiet space. But there was also a sense of loneliness. Mosquitoes flew around her, but they didn't bite her. The corners of Wen Yan's mouth twitched. Her blood was full of viruses, but it was good for her too. Mosquitoes didn't dare to get close to her. She leaned against the doorsill and looked into the distance quietly. 7 in the morning. Gu Lingqing received the video taken by Ning. She saw Wen Yan sitting quietly at the door. Most of the time, she was in a daze. Occasionally, she would smile as if she was thinking of something happy. But sometimes, she would cry as if she was thinking of something sad. Gu Lingqing's gaze was deep. She made a call and said in a low voice, "How long has she been sitting at the door?" "From 11 p.m. until 3:20 p.m. in Ling City. She only returned to her room after that." "There's something I'm very curious about," Enning reported. "What is it?" Gu Lingqing was puzzled. "You're tuning into the LoveLore Library YouTube channel. We're so grateful for your support, and don't forget to subscribe to join us on this incredible journey through captivating stories. Your generosity through donations truly makes a world of difference, as it's the primary source of revenue that allows me to expand and enhance this channel for you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being a part of this adventure."